degrees out here, you dumbasses.
I know.
And then I got up this morning and almost spun out my pickup in the ditch because it was a solid sheet of fucking ice on the way to Lee Summit. But
unreal.
But it's back to 40 today and back to good riding weather.
Yeah, crazy.
So
yeah, but you wouldn't want to be riding in this slush.
Well,
no, I slid around a little bit. You didn't want to be riding today.
No, not this morning. No, not at all. Not at all. But this afternoon.
Nah, that's a mess. It's a mess.
Well, I didn't know
Fuck that shit.
I didn't know your vagina hurt.
My vagina, because I don't want to ride in the slush.
It's not. It's gone now.
Because I don't want slush in my face.
Yeah.
So I got a vagina.
I mean,
That's
kind of what I'm saying.
That dude doesn't want slush in his face, so he's got a vagina.
What if your cage was broke down and you needed to go somewhere? Would you ride?
What?
Go repair some stuff on the bike.
I've done that. I rode through 8 winters in Salt Lake City, so don't tell me.
One time I saw him hauling a dishwasher on his back.
I've hauled guitars on my back.
Yeah.
But and I've had the wind catch it and it almost knocked me off my bike before too, a few times.
Dude, on my Dyna, I had like a 60-inch sissy bar, so I could just strap shit to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so again, we have no plan. We're out here. Let's see who's in the chat. If anybody's out there in the chat or anybody's listening on the Facebook, you can go to the bicradio.com chat room, jump in there and talk to us. We will play your requests through the chat if you are so inclined to do so.
You know why we never have a plan, right?
We're not very smart.
Because we're a couple dumb fuck musicians from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems to be a recurring theme.
Yeah. That's why the bar owners make you sign shit before you play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning that.
Yeah.
No, man, they've never done that for us. That might be a you guys thing.
They never make you sign?
No. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I don't get to handle any of the paperwork.
Oh, I bet they do. You've done so many fucking shows.
It's possible.
So do you guys have a manager? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
you do? Okay.
Yeah, Chris's wife's the manager. She's Mrs. Manager.
So my band is not, and
This is Mr. Manager.
we're a clusterfuck. So how long ago did you do that? I mean, how long did you guys?
I mean, she's been helping us out probably since. I mean, so COVID, even I would say in COVID times, but there wasn't a whole lot going on, so I don't think it really kicked off till 2021. But yeah, I mean, for sure, it's she does. Honestly, without her, we would be lost.
Yeah,
like,
I know exactly what you mean.
We wouldn't know what the hell we're doing, man. It's like she manages the finance. She has the budget. She has she books the shows. She
Wait a minute,
helps
you guys
with the
have
merch.
a budget?
Yeah, you know,
Crazy. What
she
the
has,
fuck's that?
She has like a whole spreadsheet that she puts together, and it's perfect, and it's you know, and without any of this, we would just be, you know, before it was just us writing music and like, well, I hope we have enough money to do something. I don't know, let's see what we can do. But no, she's honestly, we couldn't do it without it, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, it helps.
So if anybody wants to manage a local band in Kansas City, just give us a call. We're lost.
1-800 call Jamie.
There we go.
Managing a band's like herding cats, dude.
It is, because all we want to do is play.
Herding cats on catnip.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the business part of it is that's the shitty part. It's the part nobody wants to do. We just want to be able to play, and somebody else can manage.
Well, and plus
booking the shows, and
most musicians are potheads.
Yeah, we're just procrastinators, man. Like that. In all reality, we can write all day, but planning anything, it's like we'll do that tomorrow, right? We'll do this. We're gonna get there. We'll never do a CD release. We'll never have anything because we'll just sit here and write forever.
Right, exactly.
Nothing ever happens.
We'll just jam.
We'll make a lot of plans, and it'll sound great, but the actual applying the
right.
Yeah,
that's the hard part. It is.
Hell yeah! Looks like we got a few people out there in the chat room. Ron or Eddie, what do you guys want to hear? You got any song requests this evening for us? Here shortly, we're gonna play the Stacys' new song, "I Wish." I know you guys have already seen it on the Facebook, but
I wish we would.
You want to do it right now?
Did you see how I did that? That was pretty funny, huh?
It was.
Yeah.
It's like
king of puns.
It was a fucking segue of all segues.
Segue of all segues.
Yes, Nick and his puns.
That Nick, you just a regular old cucumber head, isn't he?
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's just stupid.
Did you just make it up?
No.
It's an inside joke.
Way inside.
We love inside jokes.
Okay, on that note, let's... So, tell us a little bit about this song, bro.
See, I Wish... here's actually the weird thing is... so this band formed in 2016, and this would have been technically the second song we wrote. but it never quite could be finished. It's one of those songs where you write it and then you kind of scrap it for a while. Like that's not it. That didn't hit right for whatever reason. Went through a few bass players, didn't quite get the right feel for it. So 9 years later, we figured it out with Kyle, and it all came together and finally formed the song we've been trying to write for forever, almost a decade. And and technically it's a lot about somebody who's drinking. It's heavy partying, kind of living that lifestyle and how it kind of runs you down, and that turn you have to make in life where you have to choose one way or the other. And towards the latter half of that song, it's kind of where it describes the change. So it's pretty cool. It kind of has a cool little story to it. The video they did a great job. ARC did the video for us, and she really captured it with with our actors and everything. And I think it turned out well.
Yeah, the video was awesome.
The video's awesome.
We will definitely get a little bit more in detail into that.
No, it's one of the best local videos I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's a great.
Oh, thank
video,
you, man.
dude.
That's awesome.
impressed.
Thank you, guys.
And I shouldn't even tell you this, but I tried to volunteer and be there, and I didn't make it.
I wanted to go.
Dude,
I forget what happened. Something happened. I got
There was a
sick
Chiefs
or-
game, and
No, that wasn't it.
it was
Because
Sunday. You
Yeah,
were
I
hungover.
had something
No.
band related. It was something.
no,
I think our bass player went to work a night shift, and our practice moved to the weekend. I really think that was.
Oh
it.
man, it's totally cool. It's hard. I always try to make it out to people's music videos, and half the time I got 4 kids, so for me to go do anything seems like it's always on the weekends when I have all of them,
Yep.
So tends to be how it works. But it turned out well, man. There was a lot of people that showed up. We got all the shots that we needed. It was a 12-hour day, man, and that wasn't to us. That was ARC or ARC. That was all them, man, and the actors. It was really well put. And again, our manager Jamie, she put a lot of that together with them, and without those guys, that thing would have been much different for sure.
Oh, yeah. Definitely paid off.
Thank you.
Well, here we go. Hey, if you guys want to go to the Midwest Connection Facebook page, we have shared the video we're talking about. It'll be on the page, or you can always look up the Stacys on all the streaming platforms. The video's on YouTube. But for right now, let's hear. Go ahead, Nick.
Well, I just want to say the Stacys fucking rock. They're one of my favorite Kansas City
Woo!
bands, dude.
Fuck
They
yeah.
they
Love you,
fucking
brother.
rock.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate
fucking-
that.
I saw you guys at the Voodoo last year.
Yeah.
with
This is the
Ch-
reunion
with-
of the same. Yeah.
With Chance the Arm and yeah.
Oh man, rest in peace to for that.
Yeah.
Man. But absolutely. Yeah,
I didn't know
was a
that
great
dude,
show.
but just seeing, I never met him, but just definitely.
Yeah.
Well, the Stacys music's incredibly dynamic. It doesn't. It's not. I don't know how to say it. There's dimensions to it. There's layers. It's like an onion. Okay,
There's these doors.
It's like an
It's like-
ogre.
yeah, and the first time I saw them, I didn't know who they were. I'd heard of them actually because I was in a band with a guy who was a big fan of theirs, right? And but I hadn't seen them or heard them, and you guys kind of blew me away. I think I've told you that story before. Yeah. Actually, I wrote a big old review on you guys.
You did.
I did,
I remember that.
Yeah,
For sure.
and-
Those stick in for sure. 'Cause
Yeah.
It's always nice to hear.
Yeah, and because it blew me away. Just the whole the fourth dimension you guys added to the music live in the live situation really just kind of blew me away because that's my thing. That's my thing, man.
Love you, brother. That's
Yeah,
awesome,
yeah,
man.
right on,
I
right
can't say enough for that. Thank
So
you.
so everybody's got to make sure they go see the Caseys. They're the Stacys, the Caseys. I read Kimberly's name and said the Stacys at the same time. But anyways, play the fucking song already, Ernie.
I want you
I
guys to
wish you
hug it
would.
out though while I do.
Oh, we
Hug
will.
it.
We
Look at
will.
that. No,
We
I
will.
agree with everything fucking Nick said. Here is the world premiere on internet radio. Well, is it? Am I lying?
Yeah, actually, it is.
Okay, the world premiere of "I Wish," the Stacys. Mics are dead. Oh. So Eddie wants us to play the Blessed Hell Ride, Black Label Society, and Grot says, "Then you got high." So I don't know if he wants us to sing our song.
Yo, Kimberly, how's the sound on Facebook? Can you hear it good? Better than usual?
We were gonna plan a show.
You guys want one?
I'm allergic.
You're allergic to turn all red?
Yeah, and I get hives. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm serious. I'm serious. Everybody thinks that's a joke because
No, it's a thing.
I get all red with whiskey, but no, I get all through high school. I thought I was just a pussy. I was just lightweight, so I would drink faster than everybody to try to get a buzz before I got sick.
Yeah.
And then my fucking eyes would swell up, and I'd have fucking. We called them pupils.
Yeah,
But I
you're a
found out years later they weren't pupils; they were highs.
You're a trooper.
Yeah, and so I was
Yeah.
at the bar one night, and this fucking guy was drinking whiskey, and it was a beer bar. And he goes, "Why aren't you drinking?" I was like, "I don't know, man. Fucking beer makes." Yeah, I'm drinking one more.
It's loud enough and everything, Kimberly, because we've been having problems with it not being loud enough on Facebook.
So I got to run out. Nick, can you? We got to figure out an L shape where you can get over here too. Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, I like it like this, dude.
Well, I need to smoke, and
I'll just go around.
if I'm
I'll
not
just
back-
go around.
So there's a
Uh-oh. I'm
407
gonna get fucking drunk,
remaining.
dude.
Man, you guys write real songs. All ours are like fucking 3.20. Like we
Oh, don't you though?
They're like
Aren't
song
they
clips.
fucking badass? Yeah.
The first time I saw you was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I know, right?
That was a good fucking night too. That was-
And it was the only time I ever heard the Bowery sound good because Nick brought all his fucking gear. It really
Oh,
did
that's
sound
right.
fucking
Oh, yeah,
awesome.
no, it did. No, I know.
Was that your shit that night?
Yeah.
Because I remember DJ
Yeah.
was helping with sound.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't know there was
Have
a
you
sound
ever
lady
played
there.
there besides with his gear? It sounds like dog shit.
John didn't like it, and he gets mad, so don't tell him. But they fucked up the sound because Skip cranked his fucking amp to 11, dude, and it fucked everything all up. Oh, did I just say that online?
No, it's not live.
No, but we're on Facebook. I just said all that on Facebook, but it's true. Skip turned up
so this
Skip
whole
turned
thing's
up
on
his amp
Facebook
to
right now?
11, and it fucked up our sound.
So this all right now on Facebook is live.
Yeah.
Even all of this running
The on Facebook they can hear everything we're saying.
pouring the juice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Cancel me, fuck them. You know, but they can't hear the music on Facebook.
Oh, they can't.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the radio station can't hear us talking right now during the music.
So last time I watched this one, I guess I don't know if I could hear the music. I was just listening to you guys talking. You guys
Yeah,
were
yeah.
talking.
Facebook and TikTok and YouTube and all that, they can't hear the music because it's copyright
So
problems.
is this on like
It's on YouTube. It's on the Midwest Connections Facebook, but it's on my YouTube.
but is it aired through things like the satellite radio, whatever it's
Yes.
Yeah, that's the micros in a
BIC
circle.
Yeah, that's.
so it's
We're on the radio right now.
That is cool.
Well,
Yeah.
whenever I say mics are live on here, that's going out to the
Yeah.
radio, and the music is.
What's the
When the
satellite thing called?
music's not going, we're live.
What's the satellite thing?
The channel?
They get in your car. What's the satellite?
Oh.
Sirius.
Series.
It's
Yeah,
not
Sirius.
serious. No,
Oh, okay.
it's internet radio.
Okay, I didn't know if you're like if it's on Sirius, that would be.
It's
fucking
mostly
badass.
It's
Yeah,
mostly,
that would be.
it's mostly
That's-
overseas.
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
That's-
we got people in Germany and Peru and all kinds of shit.
But we
listening
get
to us.
we do get we got a local. I mean, we got.
Oh yeah, we got
quite a few
local
people
too.
that
Yep.
listen
Yep.
Because I've sat here and talked before and like thought, why does somebody in Japan care about who's playing Kansas City this weekend?
Right.
I mean, I would watch it, dude, especially if it was like New Zealand or the UK or well, I mean, really anywhere. I wouldn't actually care, but I think it would be pretty cool.
Yeah. I just had a thought. Like being like a narcissistic American, are there internet radio channels from other countries we can?
It's
listen to?
actually
No, we're the only ones that have internet.
It's just us. We're the only ones with internet.
It's actually narcissistic human. I mean,
Well, no, I mean, as Americans, we think we're the only things. Sometimes
humans are like that. You ever meet a 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Tell secrets right into your mouth hole. Just only things they think are important. That's for sure.
I'm just it never hit on me that we could listen to Norwegian talk radio on
Oh yeah, on the internet thing or.
on the interwebs.
I did through Sirius, so we had a free subscription for 6
Do you
months.
have to hold that? I mean,
I don't want to
you
sit
like
like
it?
this.
Okay.
It like hurts my stomach to just.
No,
sit
you shouldn't
like
have
this.
to. I've got
Blah,
the,
blah, 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 blah.
no set. You should be able to just set it and
I
talk.
just like holding it.
Okay.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
But see, I got mine like that.
And I'm just like, I don't know what to do with my hands. This kind of gives me
Okay.
a purpose.
I do.
Yeah, Nick, keep your hands in front at all times, please.
That's where I want them.
Yeah, please.
That was I Wish by the Stacys. Up next, we got a little Troubled Wine. We'll be right back. This is the Midwest Connection with Nick and Ernie. Alex Roach in studio.
Alex Roach.
My
Grot left the chat room.
Mics are off, I'm guessing.
Yes.
So,
On the radio station, but
the
Yes.
radio station can't see this,
No,
This
the
is
radio
for
station's
Facebook.
just
Right,
audio.
right,
but Facebook can hear us.
and see us.
Yes.
Okay,
And I have said some things because I've like, oh, we're clear, and I'll totally forget about.
And there's the chat for Facebook. And
Oh, right
YouTube
here.
or
Okay.
anything
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh hell yeah, you got some of your guys in there. Kyle's in there.
You can see it right here, Ernie.
I can see. I got it. Oh yeah, that's
That's why I
new.
put that you there.
I know, but I'm dumb. Remember?
Yeah, well, that's all right. So
Hi
am I.
Facebook. I got everybody here. Kyle, what's up, brother?
Hey, what's
Neil?
up, Brian?
where you at, Kyle?
Brian's my cousin, Brian Coatney. We're like third or fourth cousins. I can't remember now.
But you didn't know that, right?
We didn't know that. No,
found
no.
out on
It's just
accident.
well, his last name Coatney. I recognized it. We were in a band together, Unwritten Rules.
Yeah.
And I recognized his name, Coatney, because I did my genealogical, all that shit.
Yeah.
And one of my
Your pap smear? Annual?
one of my yes I went and got my pap smear. They got the salad tongs out and you know, spread me wide and all that. But anyways,
Wasn't even a doctor.
and brought
Just some guy.
It was at the bus station on Truth.
His name was Jared.
and they spread me
He's in prison now.
and they found Brian, my cousin, up there. They took the salad tongs and they spread me wide and they found Brian, my cousin, up there.
He was up there.
Yeah, that's where they found him.
Wow, bro.
No, actually, I recognize his name because it was in my family tree. So he asked around a little bit and yep, we have we share a second great grandmother and grandfather.
That's crazy. And
Yeah.
in the same band.
Yeah. And
That's
we landed
crazy.
in the same band.
So Unwritten Rules is it? You guys officially not working on anything, or?
I'm not in Unwritten Rules anymore. I stepped away.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Unwritten Rules was still together.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's going on. I know Melissa's having some problems. I don't know how much she wants me to talk about it, but she's having some issues.
I got you. Well, you
Yeah.
know, I will say one of the things for us it's always been super beneficial is we're all family.
Yep.
So it's like I've never had to deal with trying to build a music relationship with strangers or friends, right? Like where we're family, we can just like
Right. Yeah.
fuck you, asshole, get the fuck to practice, or you're not fucking coming to my birthday.
Yeah.
Right?
You guys could fist fight.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then it's
yeah.
just like, what are you gonna do, man? You just not gonna fucking.
God, that's so lucky.
We got to go to grandma's next week, so I know you're gonna fucking show up. So
God, that's lucky as fuck. I never thought about that.
that's why we've
dude.
been doing this for 20 years, because it's like, well, we're not going
Well,
anywhere.
let's talk about that. We've got you've got your twin brother Chris,
Yep.
and he plays guitar and sings.
Can I,
Oh, we should save that. Let's save all that for the radio.
yeah,
Okay.
Let's do it. Yeah.
okay,
We
okay.
have a bad habit of that. We have
Yeah,
amazing
yeah.
interviews off the air with people
Sorry,
who come in the
Face-
studio,
Sorry, Facebook, you guys just don't rate.
and then we get on the radio and we're repeating stuff, so nobody's interested because we
Yeah.
already talked about it.
It happens. Facebook will just have to wait.
Oh, did you see that? Kimberly says that Unwritten Rules was the first local band shirt she ever owned.
You know, I don't know if they were my first, but they definitely were. Because they've been around forever. They were around in the early 2000s when we were in Odious.
They're badass as fuck.
I think they were around in like 2000s. We first started in 2004, I think, or 3 or 4.
Everybody should go. Oh, well,
I think they were around by 2007, or I could be wrong with the date, but I remember seeing them very early on. I think even before Trip Fix, which was 2009, and I know we played with them in Trip Fix, and it's just been this. It's the same thing with Drek. It's been the same. Like it's cool to see all these bands that have stuck around so long,
Right.
Even through because COVID wiped everything out.
Right.
It
No,
just
I know,
wiped
I know.
out, and it kind of wiped out
let's
all
talk after this song.
Okay.
Yeah, we're probably getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
but-
we're shooting our wad here.
Yeah.
well, I can say it again. It's fine.
We definitely have. Yeah, we got to have that. We're premature water shooters.
Story of my life, buddy.
Story of my life.
Yep, and then. Yep.
All right,
I was-
now
I
it's
was
time
just-
for everybody to watch Nick take a nap
I don't
and see
know-
if he can breathe.
I don't know why I can't keep a girlfriend.
Nick was asleep before she knew.
Probably
because
because your wife won't let you.
Yeah, she's a total bitch about that.
I
dude.
know. It's like this whole monogamous thing that she keeps talking about, some promises you made, and some thing you were standing on.
Was there a minister there and everything?
When we got married?
Yeah.
Me and Amber got married in a fucking in a hand-carved church in South Dakota in the near Rapid City. It's called Chapel on the Hill. It's
heard of that.
It's a fucking replica of a Norwegian type Viking church. And there's even a window over there where the lepers could go and watch the service.
It's a beautiful story.
Sorry,
Ernie told me to shut up.
All right, we're back.
We are back by popular demand.
All 2 of our listeners.
All 2 of them.
I think so tonight.
Mom.
Hey, if you're listening, talk to us on some chats, like on the Facebook or get on the bicradio.com.
The
chat,
Facebook.
The Book of Face. We're back here with Alex Roach. That was Troubled Wine, Pride and Glory. And before that, that was the world debut of I Wish by the Stacys, a great local Kansas City band who we've been discussing off air. We're going to repeat it here, but it seems that some of their longevity is genetics.
Well, 3/4 of the Stacys is family. We got Alex, who's in the studio with us, who plays drums, and his brother, his twin brother, his womb mate,
womb mate.
Yeah, I've always loved that, dude. You guys are my womb mates.
It's my womb mate.
Yeah,
Dude, very few people get a womb mate.
Yeah,
that is special.
No, I love that.
Special.
But his womb mate.
Are you guys identical?
Yes.
Well, no, we're fraternal. Weirdly enough, we look more alike now than we'd ever have.
Because it's close, but it's not.
It wasn't always like that. Chris kind of grew into a larger head to kind of look more like me. He used to look a lot better.
I always thought you guys were identical.
No, a lot of people think that, but we do look very similar. But nope, separate sacks, baby.
Wow.
2 sacks.
2 sacks.
Old 2 sacks.
The old 2-sack method.
I thought your sacks looked identical.
Yeah, they kind of did. Mine was just bigger, and his, and I came out first technically, and he got all the talent. So, yeah.
Chris sings and plays guitar. He can sing too. God damn, can Chris sing, dude? And then your cousin Neil plays guitar.
Yep.
And he can sing like a motherfucker too.
They both sing. They kind of trade off on which songs they're singing on, or they sing together.
They sing so different, and that's what makes them so great together. And what I found in my life, because I've jammed with a lot of people. Did you know I've jammed with a whole lot of people?
I imagine.
Yeah. I have.
Assuming just with all the equipment here and the 5,000 times we talked about it.
I thought all this equipment's for his OnlyFans page mainly.
Yeah. It's just Nick rubbing his feet on different instruments.
Well, you can watch. On Thursdays, you can watch me shove the double bass up my ass.
I'm afraid to touch any
He's like,
gear.
watch this double bass disappear.
But anyways,
that's Nick Nothing at OnlyFans.com.
I've always found that family members sing so well together because they sound alike.
Yeah, I would say here's weird thing. The weirdest thing about that is that they have such different vocals that singing or doing harmonies with them. Actually, it's kind of difficult. So you'll notice with the different songs, and Neil sings, only on Neil sing on these songs, Chris sings on these songs. There's a few where they kind of intertwine.
Right.
Kyle's come in and actually put in vocals on both, where he'll come in and back vocal on either one. Because
Kyle's a master musician.
Kyle is pretty fantastic with the way he does that. Like he can, is it kind of. Just knowing Kyle, the length I've known Kyle, the things he can do is just pretty phenomenal.
It's weird. He's 4 years old, and no, it's weird. And he's a master at all things.
I knew Kyle's a drummer until I saw you guys live. I was like, wait a minute, Kyle's a drummer. No, I guess he's a bass player.
No, he's a bass player. He plays guitar.
He can probably go out back and mine the minerals to build your solar panel, so that you can have electricity, and then he'll mine some more minerals so he can build your computer. I mean, that's really
He's definitely still got the twinkle in his eye. You got that 20s, the world is still in front of me, perspective. But he's just been such a. I will say this for us, cycling through bass players, we've had some great. I love every bass player we've had, but we found with Kyle that. The dynamic and the chemistry is just really developed, and Kyle's even putting in vocals, and that's leading into where they each other do their own vocals with Chris and Neil.
Well, Kyle probably understands. That's what I was trying to say. I'm sorry. He probably understands the the theory behind backing vocals.
He does. He does a
Yeah,
really good
yeah,
job.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He does a really good job. And I think that's one of the big things for us. Like you said, being family, being you know, we don't have the mishap of having to try to build relationships with people to be in a band. We grew up as little babies together, and we can't leave, right? We talked about this before. It was like, if you know,
I'll kick your ass.
We've been doing this for easily over 20 years together in different band names, but the same guys. But you can't, we never stop. It never stops. And I think that's a lucky thing to have, to be able to actually be in a band where it probably won't stop. It's not like we'll just
It's
stop
never
being
going to stop.
friends.
No, you.
Somebody's going to get married and move away.
Yep,
Cause
yep.
Let me ask you this. That's the positive of being family in the band.
Yeah.
If you had to give us a negative, is there a negative?
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, the downfall is, you gotta tread lightly in certain things, because you can't quit anything, but you're gonna have some arguments. We do. We have honest conversations about certain things, whether we're drinking or if we're, if we're not focusing correctly or whatever. And I'm just as guilty of anybody of, having my down days and stuff like that. And those.
You guys drink?
No, actually, I quit drinking until now.
Every time the can's empty, just like us.
Yeah, but I mean, the downfall is that you can't, like, if you had a band member that wasn't cutting it, like you could just, but you can't do that. We can't. There's no option for that.
It would make Thanksgiving fucking awkward.
Well, and nor do you want to. So it's really more like
you want to help them. You want to help them fix the problem.
It's your family, and even Kyle too is family with us, and it's like. There's no
it's funny
cutting
you say,
anyone. It's
funny
fixing stuff.
My biggest problem all my life with bands has been relationships.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest caveat to building a long-term band.
Yeah, that's it.
I think that's one of the biggest parts.
I think it's the biggest thing.
I
watch bands start and break up.
Yeah, it's all about relationships. And because like people hate it when I say this, but a band, okay, there's bands and there's groups. A band is a group of musicians that stay together for life. And a group is a group of musicians that get together for a while and then they break up. So, but check it out. This is what pisses everybody off. The Beatles were a group. The Rolling Stones are a band. Okay?
Well, yeah, that's true.
That's true. The Beatles were they were together for 10 years.
Yeah.
10 or 11 years.
And then Yoko showed up.
And yes, they wrote rock and roll.
Son of a bitch.
They shaped us all. Yes, all that is true, but they weren't a band. They were only a group.
Well, it's the tribulations. It's are you going to be around for the long haul when it isn't, easy, right? If it's work, a group is work. A band is like
You guys are more like the Rolling Stones, because the Rolling Stones, they've been together.
I'll take it. I'll take that.
No,
That's
I love that. No,
I'll take that.
It's hard to find an insult in that.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Oh, I love you, Alex. I will only compliment you.
I don't knock the Rolling Stones either.
No.
I mean,
I love the Rolling Stones.
Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. I think the biggest part of all of that is that building that, like having that relationship. I will tell you this. We've been practicing every Thursday as long as I can remember, even when we weren't actually a band.
Mm-hmm.
We still got together most Thursdays and still practiced. We don't even know what we were doing. We just kept writing because that's what we've always done.
Right.
We've done it forever.
Right.
And I think even if we get too old and we can't do this, I bet we'll still keep getting together and we'll still write and we'll still
because it
till
doesn't
you just
leave.
croak.
It's a bug. It's a bug. It's a disease. It doesn't leave.
No, it's
that's riding in with your guitars and amps on your mobility scooters.
Because people will say, "Oh, you're so gifted," when really, because music runs in my family. It runs in both sides of my family. There's a lot of musicians in my family, but it's not a gift. It is genetic somehow. But it's not like I
Brian, definitely both.
It's not like I woke up and I knew how to play music. I was born and I couldn't think about nothing but music.
Yeah.
Is what it is. So it's more like a bug. And when humans get obsessed, they learn how to do things. And so there are people who are like Michael Jackson was gifted, but it's very few. It's very, very few people that Yo-Yo Ma is gifted. Bobby McFerrin is gifted. and very few people are. You and me, we were born with a bug, and it just won't let us go.
God, that's a great way to put
Yeah.
that.
And
Because I'm not
The sickness.
some great gifted drummer.
It can be, it's very genetic too. It's you can see it in my family a lot. And like my boys, I got 3 sons, and they could have had anything they wanted. You know, I would have bought them any guitar they wanted. I would have taught them any instrument they wanted. They would have had a live-in teacher, you know, and they just didn't want to. You know, but then I got 3 granddaughters, or 2 granddaughters, 1 grandson, 3 grandbabies, and they all want to real bad. They got the bug bad.
Dude, I'm telling you,
You
do it.
And-
Force.
no,
force them, but
no,
you know, music
no.
it will develop a brain. It's for kids. It's so much better. I'll say this too. Here's how you can tell the difference between somebody who's grown up always writing, doing, you know, just playing music in general, to somebody who like picked it up later in life and probably just wants to be in a band, maybe just to play live, maybe it's a status thing or whatever. It comes out in the way you write your music and what you're writing for.
Yes.
And that's really true. Like, are you actually writing music, or are you trying to write what somebody wants to hear?
Right.
Right?
I agree 100% with that.
Yeah.
I can
Right.
notice when you hear a local artist, sometimes you can tell who wants to be in a band, and you can say they, borrow heavily from influences, and you can tell that their writing process is, maybe like they heard this song and that's kind of their version of this song.
Yes.
Whereas you can hear people who have really, maybe they want to be in a band and they like playing the shows and they enjoy that side of it, but like you said, they're going to be writing no matter what.
It's just fun to
Like,
write.
I've been writing songs my whole life.
Right.
Period. And it's nice to be in a band and put it out there, but like if nobody was fucking listening, we're
We
still
still
going to
do
be
it.
doing the same fucking
Yeah,
Still
thing.
be writing.
Yeah.
That
Still
is
saying,
that is the difference.
That really is like that. Yeah.
Yep.
And like some vocalists, they get in a band and all of a sudden they got to go buy a notebook. And there's some vocalists who show up with 5 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's a mentality. It depends on what kind of. Do you want to be in a group? Are you just trying to write hits, or are you trying to write? To me, it's this. It's hits or things that stand the test of time. And I think the way you write music, if you write music super genuinely, and it really is because you wrote it, not because this was going to go great for this show, or this is a great sound for my performance, or whatever that ideology is. If you really actually write it because, it's like,
because it felt good.
Because I was like, that was so much fun. We sat we've done this multiple times, sitting in hotel rooms, just writing shit. We call, whatever. And it just, whatever, it just, that's what comes out. And then we bring it back to the practice space, and we're like, oh man, it becomes this thing. Right.
Yes.
And that feels real. And we're like, I don't know if anybody's gonna like it, but it felt good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with that.
Right.
And that's that kind of genuine idea. And I'm not saying that we're anything special, but I think that's the idea you should probably have when you write.
Yes.
Plus,
is actually writing.
Authenticity and genuine. It shows in the music.
Yeah, I feel like it
100%
does. For sure,
I believe
man.
that. Yeah.
plus, when you're writing stuff, you'll find stuff that you can't do, but you have it in your head. So then you do it 7,000 times in a row.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and you will sit there and fucking do it. You'll be late to fucking work because you got to get that fucking thing. God damn it! And people don't see that kind of work that goes into it. It could be
it's an obsession.
It could be literally 8 seconds of music.
Yeah.
And you spend,
But you can't relax
spend,
how you can fucking...
you spend a month getting that fucking thing right, and you can't sleep, you're late to work, all that stuff.
People are talking and the music's just in your background in your head. You're like, wait, what? What were you saying?
I'm late to, I'm literally late to work all the time.
You work for yourself.
Well, but I want to end early, so I want to get there early.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So
envy your hours. That's fantastic.
But I'm late to work all the time because of that stupid fucking riff that I'm trying to learn or something, And I'm still doing it. Here I am. I'm still doing it, 50 years later, and I'm still fucking trying to learn these fucking
Stephen Moore,
riffs,
welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat, brother.
Thank you for joining, man.
He's on this one. Hey, not to cut these guys off, but we're going to be back with Alex after a few songs here. Great interview. Come back with us. This is going to be a request from the BIC chat room. This is the Blessed.
Fine, cut us off.
Well, I mean,
see how you do that? See, just as we're rolling, Ernie, You know, everybody blames you for everything.
That's true.
Dude, you're gonna start with that again? I didn't
Right,
sleep
right.
for a
This
week.
is too early. This usually happens in segment 3, but
Yeah.
we can go on segment.
We
2.
don't
It's fine.
start the gaslighting until the third segment, bro.
The tears don't start rolling until the 4th section, but that's fine. We'll bring it in early.
Get the tissues out. No, we always go to break here because it's time for Kimberly to call in. So this is when we make the switch.
Okay.
I didn't mean to cut you off,
No, that's fine.
but I will next time. Now
I like being cut off
and cut on.
or something.
That was fucked up. Anyway, here is Black Label Society, a chat room request. Here's your song, Eddie, and we got a few more. And we'll be back with Alex in studio, and Miss K's London Pity Music Mag will be back with us. Come back. Man,
You're awesome,
why
Alex.
you gotta pick on me, bro?
Because it just felt good. I'm sorry. It just felt like it was going to be funny. And that's what we're here for.
And whose expense though?
Well, everybody does blame you, you know.
Can you monitor this for a second?
Yeah.
Are you gonna go smoke?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Do you have cigarettes?
Yes.
Can I have one?
And I got weed.
I can't smoke weed, otherwise I'll have to leave the interview.
He said I'll be done.
But like sitting in a corner thinking about every bad thought I've ever had.
I got the. That's how I am without it. How ironic. I got a Copper Still promo up here, and then Lonely again. And no, that's Lonely. We Are Aurora. Oh crap! I was gonna mess that up. It's not Lonely again.
Well, I wish you never held my hand.
Yeah, usually when there's bruising, it's a broken bone, dude. It's some type of injury, serious injury.
Okay, so Black Label's playing. I got the Copper Still promo up here, and then Lonely again loaded up there. I'll be back though. I'm always back in time. I may not be this time. Can I smoke a whole cigarette? Can you watch this from just one switch?
Yeah.
Okay. I
Goddamn.
get all fucking weird, bro. I get all fucking wigged out and paranoid, delusional.
Paranoid.
Yeah.
Finished with my woman 'cause she couldn't help me with my
You
mind.
see my shirt? See what it says? I love this shirt. This is from Cherry Bomb. Work hard, dream big, stay humble, baby.
Right on.
I love it.
Cherry bomb.
Cherry Bomb tattoo, Lee Summit, Missouri. Cherry Bomb.
Yay. Yeah, I like the Beatles and Stones both too, Brian. I do. But the Beatles were a group. They weren't a band because they didn't stick together. And the Stones were a band because they're still together. Wish you were here, Kyle. That'd be cool. You can drop by. You don't have to, though. You wouldn't be able to stay very long, so. Oh, Charlie Watts did pass. Yeah, but see that's still acceptable. If like Cliff Williams passed in Metallica, but Metallica's still a band. Because that's a pass on that one. I forgot Charlie Watts died.
Anybody in the chat room? I'm all alone in here. That was Copper Still. You're listening to the Midwest Connection with Nick and Ernie. We'll be right back after this one with more with Alex Roach. New York City lying on the floor. We're listening to a little Gary Clark Jr. Bright Lights out there in Facebook world. I guess I'm going to look over here. We're listening to Gary Clark Jr. Bright Lights. My favorite version is the live version from the Chicago Blues Festival. Nasty, nasty solo. Oh, it's so good. Anybody out there watching who ain't following the Stacys yet needs to go over there and do it. Fucking. Why don't care now?
I already played the Copper Still. And the, he had
Yep. I'm doing the Gary Clark Jr. and then we'll be back on mics.
We're playing some Gary Clark Jr., huh?
Yes, I love. I wish I couldn't find the version I liked, but I was just telling the Facebook people, the Chicago Blues Festival like 2 years ago, the solo in this song during the Chicago Blues Festival is, dude, 4-finger just nastiest fucking. Anyway, the guy has guitar orgasms. That's the only way.
Who does? Who you talking about?
Gary Clark Jr.
Oh yeah.
Like, I mean, that's all you can call it is a climax. He builds the audience up, he draws you in, he strokes it until it, and then it just goes. It's like that is sex on stage. Like,
I've never seen him live, but he's a fantastic musician. Definitely writes. He's definitely one of those kind of influential writers.
Yeah.
Definitely goes into the dark places, but the dynamics. I think for me, the big thing is dynamics, like how you build.
Yeah.
That emotion, right?
Yeah.
Like how you create it.
Yeah, like and to a climax. Yeah, like so.
He's good at that.
I've never seen him live, but have you seen him live performances?
No, I mean I've seen him online, but I've never physically seen him.
The online stuff though, like the live stuff, it's the exact same song, but it's to me it's black and white. It's the studio is good rock and roll, but on stage they revert back to this just like nasty juke joint blues that just.
See, that's my favorite. That's why I always enjoy the live versions better.
Yes.
Like, and I'm also the guy that doesn't record anything.
Yeah.
You know, like I forget to record anything. I'm just like sitting there watching. I'm just like, you know, if it's super good.
How dare you enjoy the moment?
Yeah. And everybody's like,
I'm
got their
worse than
phones
that.
up, and I'm like, I don't have time to put my phone up.
I'm the
just
guy
gonna
who
watch.
goes live and does the title and everything, and then only stays live for like half a song. 'Cause
I don't know if you guys can read that. I'm having a hard time seeing what any of that says.
I can never read all that, but that's why I have it right here, dude.
Yeah, this is new. Us having monitors. It's.
Yeah, I think if there's any, and I don't know if they can hear me now.
They can hear you on Facebook. Yes.
Yeah,
They
for
can't hear
sure.
the music, but they can hear us.
So I can see that there's a lot of comments going on here, but I can't really read much of it.
Kimberly says she loves the Stacys. Neil Roach. You ever heard of Neil Roach?
No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
I think he's a local guy too.
Yeah, I think he's a porn star.
Is he on Nick's OnlyFans?
Where I shove the double bass up my ass on Thursdays.
Oh, I'm afraid to touch anything during the rest of the program in this row.
Don't get too close to that mic. If it smells a little shitty, it's...
Dude, I thought I needed a shower, but now I understand.
That mic made a whole $4.71. You better appreciate it.
Oh man, smells like toe jam and broken dreams.
Yeah, dude. A little bit of shame in there.
Just a sprinkle.
Just a sprinkle of shame.
Yeah.
No brain, no pain, no fame, no shame.
Yeah. Got him a McGriddle that next morning. It was worth it.
And sometimes them are like BOGO, buy one get one half
What
off.
the fuck is a McGriddle, dude? I mean, that thing is just
Okay,
fucking...
I can tell you. It's a pancake injected with syrup and I think some other fruit.
Welcome back to the Midwest Connection. I'm not gonna. We are listening to Alex Roach's description of a McGriddle for Nick. Continue, please.
Yes, because
Nick will appreciate this because I think he would enjoy this more than anything once he knows exactly what it is. I think it's a pancake. It's literally injected with syrup. That's McDonald's syrup, so it's probably really good and will kill you. And then it's got whatever you want in the middle. Could be sausage, egg, cheese, whatever.
Right.
Nick always prefers the
And
sausage.
it's a pancake heart attack sausage, egg, and cheese
Dude,
sandwich. Dude.
it just seems evil to me, dude.
It's not enough that it's good in its own, but they shoot it up with
it's
sugar cane.
Yeah,
goodness.
there's something in there that just ain't right.
And you can still leave it out for 4 years, and it will look exactly the same.
Dude, did you guys see that
It'll
stuff-
still be warm.
It'll still be warm.
You see it online, like was it Nestle had this like this ice cream thing, and it's like 6 months out and it hadn't melted yet.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Like for real,
Yeah.
it's like it still looks like the same shape. Now the
Yeah,
ice cream melted.
So it's not ice cream.
No, it's like styrosine or something.
Yeah.
But
It's to keep you literally in a shape.
yeah, a shape. Yes.
Yes.
And
An
round-
oval is a shape, just so everybody
round's a
knows.
shape.
I tell people all the time, I am in shape. I've been trying to look like a football my whole life, and I'm pretty close. I can't figure out how to get the seams like this.
Hey, look, a spiral.
That's
Somebody buy this man a shirt.
Me falling down the hill.
Let's get 500 likes on this, and then we're gonna sponsor to make sure he gets a football shirt so he can show up next week with this.
You know
15,000 likes, and I'll get it tattooed on my naked chest on next week's
That's
show.
funny you say that because we don't say like, follow, share enough. And nobody ever likes, follows, and shares our shit.
Because I don't care if they like us.
They should, and you should care.
They should love us.
Yes.
They should be stalking us. I should have to get a restraining order against half these people.
You shouldn't. Don't sleep with your stalkers, okay, dude?
That's a person. Nick has told me this story before.
Yes, don't.
Why don't you sleep with your stalker?
Because it'll fuck your life up, dude.
It's true.
So
Because his wife beats him when he does
Yeah,
that.
Well, that was pre-wife shit.
Yeah, we
but-
talked about this. It's pre-wife, and Amber was going to kill her. Like, that's how Nick got out of it.
Well,
Met
can we
Amber.
dive into this just for like a second? Because
Nah, we don't want to dive into
This
this.
We're
is-
not gonna
this
dive
is-
into
this, We're going to turn this into the Dr. Phil
I just
hour.
lay there and cry when I tell that
20,000 likes, and we'll get the story next week.
20,000 likes, and Nick will seek professional help.
story. I've had a few stalkers.
Yeah.
That's how I got on. I was like, I swear I'll stop stalking you if you just please let me on your radio.
Yeah, somewhere Alex has like Nick's cousin locked up in a closet with a gun to his head.
Nick was like, why is a chunk of my hair missing?
That's how he found out Brian was his cousin. It was
That's true. Nick's like, I don't know how to share my DNA. I'm like, no, I got you, bro. I got you. I've got plenty of your DNA. It's fine.
Oh man, they got plenty down at the zipper store. No, hey, I didn't mean it.
Oh.
I'm sorry, bro. But so let's talk more about I probably should have had something in mind before I said that.
You probably should have had something in mind before you said that. You what? What did you?
See what he does to me?
Or did you?
um
Why did you?
who did you?
Ooh, who did you? Tell me that one.
And where?
That's yes,
This is a game of Clue.
That's
And
the
you
one
guys
I
are
wanna
all
hear.
watching this game of Clue just unfold as we speak.
Yes, it was
Something about a candlestick.
Yes,
Somewhere.
Mrs. Plum with the lead pipe in your ass.
Yes.
Yes.
That was definitely a location on the game. I really
John, you
remember
want to hear some Badlands? We will get you some Badlands. McGriddles is the best. It's heroin, John says.
I knew it.
And
I
it-
fucking knew it.
And it was a drumstick. The Nestle thing that didn't melt was a drumstick.
Oh, right on.
Yes.
Right
And he has requested a song here. We'll get to that here in just a minute, John. But yeah, go ahead, guys.
Is it a badass song?
It's a Badlands song.
Badlands.
From the
song.
Badlands.
From the Badlands.
Yeah.
The Badlands.
I believe that's Steve
You ever
Kuda.
been to the Badlands?
Dude, we've talked about this. I've never been out of a state that touches Missouri.
Oh, that's right.
I've never seen the ocean. I've never seen the mountains.
Oh
Yeah,
my
the-
God,
the-
that's the saddest thing ever. Can we play the violins real quick?
Yep.
Can we get that? Kimberly, can you throw that up real quick? You've never seen an ocean?
No.
No?
I've never seen an ocean. I've never seen a mountain. I've seen the Ozarks.
You work too much.
I do, and I'm what they like to call.
Can we pan over to this? How do we get people to see what's just literally happening? We've got the sad tones.
I
Nick's
used to,
on the- on the
I used to
stand-up.
love it when Nick played the stand-up bass, but because of earlier in the program, all I could see is you trying to stick that up your ass.
Well, it smells like shit.
It definitely does.
There's your violin for you.
That was the world's
That
biggest
was
violin.
fantastic.
I was playing the world's biggest violin for you.
Sometimes seriously, I have plans this year. I've been talking to a couple friends about planning a trip, but yes, I'm 47 years old and I've never seen the ocean. I've never seen the mountains. I've never been out of America. I've been to Vegas, Pennsylvania, and other than that, every state that touches Missouri at work in a semi. And other than that, no.
I love the ocean.
I've never lived
Going on to
100.
get in it.
I've never lived a quarter mile off the same railroad track my entire life.
Yeah, he's lived within a quarter mile of the same railroad line his whole life.
4 different towns from
Are you
Warrensburg.
a railroad family or
No, it's just luck of the draw.
just? All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So I grew up in Kingsville, right off.
He's a hooker, and that's
Kings.
that's
All
that's
right.
where his Johns are.
Is that where you're? This is the residing? And you can block this out if you have to. This is kind of where is this where you're going back to? Is that where the traveling goes?
I've never left there.
Oh shit!
I live in Strasburg now, where I have for 23 years, and it's literally 4 miles from where I grew up in Kingsville.
In all fairness, I haven't left this area that we're in at this moment technically to live ever. I have traveled, but never left.
Nick's been all over the world.
I've been homeless in 5 different states.
He's been to 3 different donkey shows.
You wouldn't guess it by his looks, but he's been homeless before.
Yes. Yeah,
and he doesn't know what a McGriddle is, which I find fascinating.
No, he did. He learned tonight. Hey, Nick, do you want to call Kimberly on your phone?
I know what a McGriddle is. I just don't know what's in the motherfucker.
It's everything you probably would appreciate.
Right. No, I've lived all over the place.
Keep talking. I gotta find a song here.
I'll try to keep talking.
Keep going.
Okay, so we're gonna. I apologize. I actually don't know who Kimberly is, so we're gonna call Kimberly and tell me what's
you know Kimberly Poole.
Oh, our Kimberly.
Yeah, you're Kimberly.
Oh, I didn't know that was the same one.
Yeah. She does a call-in section on the show each week.
Oh my gosh, what's up, Kim? I already know she's on here.
Yeah,
I better grab her microphone, shouldn't I?
Yes.
John, I'm saying your name wrong, brother. I'm sorry. We've had a few shots, but he says we should DoorDash some fucking McGriddles.
John DoorDash us some McGriddles.
No,
the address is.
Yeah.
Next on the program, you get to listen to us eat McGriddles sloppily. Nick, what's it sound like when you got sausage in your mouth?
Nobody delivers.
It sounds like.
No, I just
so good.
I just lay there and cry. All you hear is me crying.
Oh shit. And that's true. I've seen it. I got here one day and never mind. I'm not gonna say that, because it's true. But.
So we have Kimberly calling in. This is actually Kimberly is Kimberly and Kyle. Kyle's our bass player. They're together.
Yes.
I didn't realize that was the same Kim.
When my band was here on Fatally Live, like a long time ago, before I really knew anybody, I was sitting over there, and Kim posted something about our band, and Kyle was sitting over here running the computer, and I literally go, "Oh, Kimberly Poole knows who we are," because I knew her as a local journalist, not a. And Kyle was like, "What'd you say?" And I was like, "Yeah, there's this Kimberly girl. She's like a rock journalist around town. She knows who we are. She met, He's like, "That's my girl." And I was like, "Small world." So, but yeah, so.
Oh man, so she does PR work. She did. So she was in school and did journalist work. Had a radio program.
Yeah. Isn't that her? How her and Kyle met?
Yeah,
it's called the Grapevine or something.
Grapevine, yeah. It's awesome, and they're recorded, something you can find still to this day, I believe. And Kimberly can correct me if I'm wrong. I would imagine you can still find those, but we had the opportunity of doing it as well. And I don't know if she's gonna get mad if I tell this story. Can I tell a story about the first time meeting Kim?
Well, she's gonna be on here to cuss you out, maybe.
Wait. Well, should we wait till she shows up? See the rebuttal.
Yeah. Is she calling us, or am I calling her? Or?
I don't know. Why the fuck would you ask me?
Hey,
I don't plan anything.
Kimberly, would you like to call us?
I'm messaging right now.
I probably got my phone down.
So let me ask you this. So if you actually have her calling in, how does she chime in on the...
I got a microphone over there for the phone.
Oh, for the phone itself. Okay, I'm going to message her real quick and make sure she's doing this.
So everybody out there on the chat room, I'm going to have to leave the BIC chat because Kimberly's calling in, but love y'all. Peace out. Nick will be on the chat, and we'll be back with you. We're still on here, though. Let me hit speaker. Kimberly, can you hear us?
Hey, yeah, can you hear me?
Can everybody hear Kimberly out there?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I woke up with a head cold and sinus pressure, so my voice is kind of like not in the best of shape right now.
Well, you sound just like your regular self. What's up, Kim?
It's going, man. It's going.
So I don't know if we're supposed to save the story for later. Is it for BIC? Because BIC happened now, or is it?
No, yeah, we're live. We're live.
Oh, we are still
live.
live.
We're
awesome.
Mike's still live on everything. Yeah, welcome Kimberly to the program.
Hell yeah.
So the reason we're gonna a little backstory. Part of the reason we waited so long to invite you guys on was we were trying to set it up where everybody could be in studio, so Kimberly and Kyle could be here together with you guys, but we were kind of holding off on that, trying to set that up. But when your new stuff came out, it was like, no, fuck that, we gotta have them on. That's my ass song video. So,
I don't,
but anyway.
I don't know if that's why Nick just was like, hey, you want to come in? I was like, well, yeah. I keep trying to come in.
I think I ask you every week, don't I?
You do ask me every week. I didn't know if there was anything special. I was like, well, actually,
No,
I do need to get out.
I want you here every week. I'll probably ask you again next week, Alex.
Nick just asked him over for dinner. He had no clue there was a program going on tonight. So it's what you call on the show by ambush.
No, yeah, Alex is one of my favorite people. I'm sorry. So
I love you, brother.
Yeah, I love you too, man. So fucking, he could pop by anytime he wants. So just so everybody knows, he might pop over again.
I'll do my best.
Right on.
It'll be a surprise though. Just be middle of your conversation. I'll just pop in and just smash a McGriddle right in your mouth, and then run right back out the door.
If you don't do it through the window, just McGriddle through the
McGriddle, and just run away.
That's gonna be a new segment, McGriddle. Oh, so how did you? Let's hear the story, Kimberly. He's gonna tell us the story of the first time you guys met.
Kim, I don't know if this is I'm gonna tell him the story of our Grapevine interview because I thought it was pretty
Go for it.
fantastic.
Go for it, man.
So it's Maryville, right? Maryville. I know it's not Marysville, but Maryville. We go. So she ran for the college. She was in a program, and you ran a radio program, right? And so we had the opportunity as the Stacys to come out and meet her for the first time and actually do an interview. And I think, Kimberly, if I'm not wrong, this is where you met Kyle for the first time.
Yeah.
Right. So that I love that too. So I think our meeting was probably a little more unorthodox than usual, because we insisted that we had to have beers while we did the interview, which she insisted we could not do. So we convinced her every single break to run back to our vehicle, and we were just slamming drinks, slamming shots, doing whatever, and then running back upstairs, and then we were sneaking drinks, doing whatever, which I'm hoping you never got in trouble for. And then
nah, man. Nah, it was all good. It's just a dry campus, man. Like,
it was. And then, as you know, so we do the whole thing, and I don't know what it is about us, and it's not that drinking is a requirement, but it just kind of makes things fun, right? When we go to recording, we drink. When we practice, we drink.
You
when
guys
we
are
go to
one of the
interviews.
You guys are one of the funnest bands to go see because you party with everybody.
We do like to party.
Yeah,
partying is fun. This is all just for. I mean, everybody has that social ineptness to do it, and we love to. It's just part of it, you know. Even when we're writing, we drink. It's just part of it. It's but so we're doing this interview, and she's like, all right, I'll come with you guys. We're just like hiding in our vehicle in this place where we know we're not supposed to drink, and there's these security guards just constantly circling our vehicle, and we're just like hiding, drinking alcohol. We're like, all right, and then we'll run back upstairs, and then I think afterwards, we all did a rendezvous back in the vehicle, and we're all doing our drinks or whatever, and then I think I dropped you off at your place, and which I was scared to death because I was like, they're following us. They're going to follow us. We're going to jail. There's no way. But, we got, obviously, it worked out. But that was probably, of all the interviews I've done, that was probably my favorite one of all time. Just, not that others aren't great, but that was pretty substantial and in a just really fun way. So
I'm not gonna lie, it was funny because I was trying to figure out a song that was long enough for us to go all the way down to the parking lot and go back up to the studio, and then I think I put on Free Bird or something because that's 7 minutes or 9 minutes.
And it got a Davita if you want to do some serious drinking. Oh, there's cork in my throat.
Wrong hole.
wrong hole.
Oh, dude, for real. I got.
Woo. Is that the cork one?
Yeah. I got.
Woo. I don't know if I got something in my throat, but yeah.
Alrighty, we won't have that one again.
Holy cow.
I didn't mean to do that to you guys.
Oh my God, I got a big old,
I guess I killed everybody.
big old rocket. in my
Yep,
throat.
yep. Here I am trying to have a good time, and I killed everybody.
I got a big old chunk of a cork in
Yeah.
my throat.
There you go.
Um,
All righty. Woo!
no, it was a really good. It was a good time, and that was the first time you and Kyle met, and so I thought that was
Yeah.
pretty monumental too. So
Can I ask a question?
What's up?
How do you pick a dry college to go get educated at?
Well, I didn't know it was a dry college till after I already like.
Oh
moved
my
it.
God.
Like you signed the papers and then found out? Are there papers? I've never been through college, so.
Hey, I didn't say that I.
I didn't
I
go to
didn't
eighth
say
grade,
I
dude.
lived a dry lifestyle myself, man. Let's put it that way.
Hell yeah.
Can I share something that's actually?
But everybody fucks all the time at a dry college. That's
What else you gonna do? You
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
drink.
yeah.
it's dry fucking too. No lube. You can't drink and you can't use lube.
You're eating candy bars, smoking cigarettes, and fucking all the time, dude.
Fucking dry. Oh boy.
Sorry about that, Kimberly.
Kim, what were you saying?
No, I was gonna share something, but it's actually like embarrassing, but not.
You're gonna say it anyways.
So it was the first time Kyle and I met, right? And he told me after that on the drive up to the studio that he was like freaking out and was like so nervous. And Neil looked over at him and Neil was like, "What is your problem, dude?" Because he was like so nervous on the way up there.
He was.
And
Who,
to be
Kyle?
fair,
I thought he was nervous because we were drinking and driving, but it turns out it was actually just he was just excited to see you. So I think that's pretty cute.
Aw.
Oh, that's.
Oh, isn't that
aw.
beautiful?
Look, Kimberly, you can't see it right now, but.
Aw.
Show that to Al. That's the coolest thing.
I was so nervous too. Like the most like nerve-wracking interview I've done. Not even fucking kidding you. Like straight up, man. I was nervous.
It's true. It's the same way when we first met Kyle. We were all very nervous.
How
We
many-
didn't know where to touch him or if he was okay.
Yeah.
Show me on the doll, Kyle.
Kyle, point on the doll where we can touch you. It's,
Did you just draw a big circle around the doll?
it was
Oh.
right in the groin section. I was like, okay, all right, respect. We got you, buddy. We got you.
So speaking of touching Kyle, we
Band
got-
name, I call that. That's a good band name.
somebody earlier said that the band
Touching
name,
Kyle.
the band name should be
Great band name.
Oh my God.
touching Kyle.
That's a great band name.
Oh, and I want to name my next band Touching Kyle. Sorry, Kyle.
Somebody earlier said that the best band name ever would be Wombmates.
That's a great name. You know, on Facebook one day, somebody, because I said, those are my womb mates. And somebody's like, you're related to them? And I'm like, no, but they're my womb mates. And they're like, are they your brothers? And
He delivered us.
Is that what happens when you dated the same girl? Your Wombmates.
No, I mean that's called Eskimo Brothers, man. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's Tunnel Buddies.
Tunnel. That should tell it. Tunnel.
It's called Tunnel Buddies. Yeah.
Also, a show on Public Service Network, the Tunnel Buddies. No, but so it's a minute till 10.
ooh, you know what happens at 10,
You know what
right?
happens at 10?
You know what happens at
Alex,
10?
do you know what happens at 10?
I'm a noob.
It's,
Tell me what happened.
it's the Viagra hour, because we go hard.
It's time
Oh,
to get
let's go.
hard.
Oh, we don't get it. That's cool. That's cool too. That's cool.
Damn.
No, we
I
don't,
can't leave here with a raging boner. That's cool too. All right.
we don't have Viagra, but if you want some Blue Chew next election.
It won't last more than 4 hours.
So is that part of my gift basket? Is that I get like a Blue Chew and
A
a
shot
a
of
raging boner?
so when I get a DUI, I'm just with a raging boner.
dude, that might get you out of it. Just imagine, excuse me, officer. Look at it.
I don't mean to drive hysterically, but
Now, yes, when you come to the program, you get choked with cork and a raging boner and a Blue Chew to go.
You show it to them and you go to protect and to serve.
it's like, hello, officer.
Hello, darling.
Hello, ladies.
Nice to see you.
Yes.
It's been a long time. Sorry.
Okay, so 10 o'clock now is so you guys are gonna do.
It's the hard hour, or it's the
Yeah,
Viagra
this
hour.
is-
when
this
we go,
is-
we
It's when
play-
you get hard with
It
nigga.
goes
Night.
metal.
Yeah.
We're going metal.
We're starting out. We're starting out with a good one.
Which one?
I tell you what. Since it's the hard hour, We're going to play a couple songs here. We'll be right back with Alex and Kimberly on the Midwest Connection. Time to get hard. I feel stupid saying that, but I like it. Time to get hard, baby.
He says that every night.
Can I butter
My
your
shit.
biscuit?
I like them buttered biscuits. Ain't no gas in it. I didn't start off very hard. We're getting there. We kind of put it in soft, and it's
Oh, it's a build up.
it's
Yeah,
growing inside.
You didn't start it very hard.
It's about to get hard.
You put it in soft.
I mean, yeah.
Right. And then
We don't want to blow the wad right off the bat.
This might be the softest intro to you played so far. He's like,
Yeah.
it's hard hour.
Hard Hour. Here's a love song.
But it's a Pantera love song.
Yeah.
It is pretty
I feel like-
soft, so.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm too sober for this conversation right now.
We'll fix it.
We are not here, by the way. We are not too sober.
If you want to fix your cold and fix
Will
your
you
attitude,
Play Antichrist by Slayer.
God.
See, you just want to shoot your wad right off the bat. You just want to, hey, look, hard out. Slayer.
Well, I mean, after this, we need to ramp it up a little bit. Dude.
Nick, you take this love. Right here, it gets hard. You ready? Is that better?
Love. Yeah, that's cool.
Are you making fun of Pantera?
No, I'm not making fun of Pantera. I was making fun of me because I can't sing. I'm not like you, Ernie,
I know you have actual musical talent,
but I can't sing.
but I can't play instruments.
You can find a guitarist quicker than I can find a singer.
Which Slayer song did you like?
Let's do the Antichrist.
I am the Antichrist. See, it's supposed to be the hard hour, not the satanic hour.
Come on.
How do you spell Antichrist?
I think it starts with an A.
T-R-U-N. Oh, shit. Just some shit I saw on TikTok. I can't find it.
I hate myself for loving you. I love myself for hating you.
They really
And
don't
then
have the Antichrist.
What's that?
They really don't have the Antichrist on Deezer.
I just can't spell it.
Okay, look up
A-
Show No Mercy, the album.
I found it, but it's live. Is that okay?
No.
Oh my gosh.
God, you always play the live shit.
I like some of the live
yeah,
shit.
but you play the live shit you never even heard just because it's the first one you found.
No, that's not why. It was this time.
See, I told you. Nuh-uh, nuh-uh.
It's true. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, you made fun of Pantera. I mean, that's like breaking up with me. Alex is doing Alex. I just now noticed your shirt, dude. That's the shit, dude.
Yeah,
That's like,
that was pretty cool, huh?
get from the in-laws. They know me too well.
I have a I Heart Nothing shirt,
that's not true because you heard everything.
but nothing, Nick Nothing, you know?
Oh, I
Yeah.
got you now. I missed
Yeah.
it. Because when you got verified, you went back to Nick Faddis.
They made me do that. God, I'm so fucking pissed about it.
You
dude.
couldn't put nothing in parentheses.
No, they made me verify. They said my fucking shit gets too much traffic, and
I keep getting that verified shit. Are they?
yeah, they did it for a year. And see, Facebook is because they inch you along, dude, to where they keep ramping up the rhetoric, and once it gets so high, you need to follow a direction or they're gonna cancel you. You know, and that's where we got. So I went ahead and got verified, which I didn't want to, and they made me change my fucking name, dude. And I hate Faddis. I'm not even a Faddis. I don't really know what I am, dude. So
Nick, you are nothing.
I'm nothing.
You're just nothing.
With
a couple dots at the top of your
right,
O.
right. You know,
You're an old thing.
But actually, after 60 days, I get to change it back, and I'm just gonna unverify and fucking let them cancel.
So you get out of Facebook jail, pretty much.
Pretty much.
Facebook identity jail.
Yeah.
You get to be back to the Nick Nothing we all know and love.
But they might cancel me, so I don't fucking know.
Who's gonna cancel you? Facebook?
Yeah.
Guess we'll just have to take this to MySpace, where the real action happens.
Well, dude, MySpace was so awesome. When you used to go to my MySpace page, I had flames. I had a 50 Merc, and as soon as you came to my page, like a fucking Audio Slave song came on, and the Merc started shooting flames out the tailpipes.
Right? Remember you could have your
cool,
five top friends, and you could always tell who was pissed because you weren't on there anymore?
Yeah, you disappear.
Yep. Tom was always on mine because I only had 4.
Tom was so handy, too. He would help you. Like, never has Facebook been like, hey, you can put a fucking 50 Merc shooting flames on your page? Fucking...
I don't remember any of that.
No, Facebook's all like copyright violation and
quit
selling feet pics on Marketplace, whatever.
It's kind of bullshit.
Facebook has canceled me like 4 times. One time was a 12-year page, dude. And every memory that was attached to Amber and everything is just gone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had we started. So as I mentioned, Jay does all the TikTok or all the management. So she does all the different, whatever the social media stuff is, and she's like, everybody get a TikTok and start sharing something. And I don't have a lot of that stuff, and so I open a TikTok, go to access my first video, and it banned me from TikTok.
God damn it!
I don't even know why. I have no idea.
What?
Even to this day, I have no clue why. I just got instantly banned from TikTok.
Hold on, I got a story. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're listening to the Hard Hour on the Midwest Connection with Nick and Ernie. We'll be right back with Alex in studio. So, I got on TikTok, and I was building up my followership, and my whole thing was this guy I knew in town he was a good singer, but he was, mediocre. He was making a bunch of fucking money on like Twitch and shit, doing just singing karaoke. And he was like, dude, you gotta go on there, you'll make a killing. And so I was like, I'll fucking try it, why not? So you gotta build up to 1,000 followers, and then you get your rights. Well, I have this thing I do, at least once a week, every Sunday at least, I like to get me a couple joints ready, and I go out and I watch the sunrise, and it's like my, personal time, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I finally get my 1,000th follower. And it's like the next day, and I get to go live the first time. I'm like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring everybody with me on my sunrise for smoking a joint. So I go to one place, and I'm getting pictures, and I'm watching the sunrise, and I had different spots I like to go. So I'm getting ready to go to the next place. So I'm driving my little Lincoln, the old beat-up car that I don't give a shit about. I'm on gravel roads outside of Strasburg, Missouri. And, the sunrise is quick. Sure. So I'm, like, in a fucking hurry. So in the middle of my live stream, bam, they took my live streaming rights away for driving dangerously down the gravel road.
Oh my God.
What?
And I couldn't go live for like 30 days after. And so I said, fuck it, I'm not doing that ever again.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That's like fuck the man kind of shit.
Yeah,
So,
it was like,
I mean,
they said it was, I was promoting unsafe activities. I was doing like 70 down the gravel road, but I grew up down there.
Well,
it actually says 75 on that road, so he was being pretty safe.
And it's in metric. So.
It doesn't actually have a speed limit. It just says don't die.
It wasn't really a road. It's where the farmer goes and feeds his crops and shit.
He was in a field.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
my juice rule. Call everything juice.
Yes, is that still a rule? Because I have totally screwed that up.
Yeah, we're supposed to, but where that comes from is because the page that got canceled, my 12-year-long Facebook page got canceled because I used to jam in my garage, and I would drink and I would talk to my friends, and I'd do shots with them and shit like that, and they canceled me for that, dude. And then they didn't give me any warning or nothing. Just bam, your page is fucking gone, dude.
Well, maybe not the platform we need to be on, anyways. Maybe there's another platform. Maybe this is a.
I haven't found it. I've looked.
YouTube.
YouTube doesn't. No, YouTube doesn't like that shit either.
Well, there's another one. I forget what it's called. It's like a YouTube program.
But that's actually owned by YouTube. Rumble.
There's actually a new TikTok one blowing up, and they're saying that people are getting really good because it's new. But Lemon 8. It's supposed to be like a new TikTok platform, but it's like American owned or something. So it came around right when they were going to do away with TikTok. But they're saying because all those members are like, it's easy to get like viral on there and make some money.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really about just getting heard, right? I mean,
Yeah.
regardless of what it is, I think the biggest tackle of any of this, and hoping that even this stream itself is reaching enough to make an impact and do anything is you have to find those.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Definitely.
that's awesome, man. I think that Kim, I think you're still on here, right?
Yeah.
So you've done a ton of interviews with a lot of different, with different bands and what their experience are. What has been your experience with who you've interviewed and their process?
Can you wait 3 minutes and 27 seconds?
Actually,
and ask her that?
Just stew on that.
Yeah, stew on that. I'm not trying to be.
Oh,
That's good radio stuff right there. I like that.
My bad.
So, no, like we didn't realize it the first couple shows, and we were like, people on the Facebook were like, "Great show, man! That was awesome, so entertaining." It's because we didn't do anything on the actual radio. But
To be fair, when I had the Grapevine, because it was college radio, you had to be so like heavily
PC.
censored. You couldn't curse whatsoever. I always joke that the real interviews happened like off air compared to on air.
You know, you should have done, and you may have already done it, but is take those interviews, those segments, and written them down or done whatever, and then issued those as publications.
Dude, okay, so
The
I
off-air interviews.
yeah,
Dude,
the real
I,
interviews.
I screwed myself over. I don't know if I recorded any of my shows, like, ever.
Well, there will be more.
That's
I mean,
the
your
thing.
journey
I
is just
don't
starting.
know, like, maybe on my phone, but I don't think I recorded, like, the Stacys interview, and it was an epic interview, like...
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun.
I should have recorded that one, man. Like,
when we come back,
up.
I'm gonna go smoke one more time, but she'll be
I
live.
think
he's got something he's gonna ask Kimberly. And
we
Okay, I'll load the song.
we've done a ton of fun.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
got
I
it?
love doing the interview at the radio station, and even just being in your radio station, I thought was super awesome. It felt historic. It was a great environment to be in, and it was very cool. But we've done stuff with John Todd, who's been just such a great guy to work with, and helped us in that regard too. And Paul Chandler, when we talk about radio, and if we can keep building that, like, I guess since your journey is just started, I mean, there's so many ways that this can still go. That this can still build to be something that, like, I know you did, Maryville radio, but that was just getting your feet on the ground. That's really just getting your feet wet. So really now you can kind of branch out and do whatever you want, because now you're not limited. You could take that. You guys could all work together on the BIC, and you could do whatever you want. You can ask all the questions you want. People can say whatever they want, and I think that's probably the coolest thing about it.
For sure, man. Like, I'm trying to phrase this where it does not sound negative, but like my hometown radio station had a job opening, and I was gonna take it, but it was like below minimum wage, so I was like, I can't take it, like, for that, like, salary, man.
Well, and that's tough, but to join a syndicate radio station is one thing, but to build your own, so just like Nick and Ernie are what they're doing with BIC, you can do the same thing. I mean, you guys can all work together.
I've had my own. There's a lot of fees you got to pay. You have to pay for your ass.
Well, Kim's going to pay all that. So.
Yeah.
And she said it.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I was looking.
Isn't that why Kim's here? She said she pays for fees.
Well, I'm sorry. I was reading stuff and I can't multitask, so I don't know what she said.
I think she said fees are my
No,
decrees.
so my hometown radio station needed like an on-air like host, but they only paid like $8 per hour.
Oh
and
my goodness.
yeah, I had to pass on that. Like, it would be awesome, but I'm like,
That's basically an internship.
yeah.
It's a very low paid internship. But
Like,
yeah.
I wanted to do it, but for that price, I'm like, I can't, man.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, especially the amount of time you would take to do it. I mean, you guys could create your own thing and still make your own syndicate if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And even if you're not getting paid to do it, you're doing it in your own time, and
Yeah.
you can make it successful to where you can reach the people you want to reach and do the stories you want to do and not be limited by the bureaucracy of whatever you're working for. And I think that's the great thing. So
For sure, man. For sure.
hell yeah. You know what, Kim? Actually, this is kind of interesting because they were like, "Oh yeah, we got Kimberly, this and that," and I was like, "Who's Kimberly?" And they're like, "You know," I was like, "You mean our Kimberly?" I was like,
Dude,
"What?
I was,
It's our
I was-
Kimberly?" I didn't realize we
Yeah.
were talking about the same person.
I was listening to this stream when I heard you say that. I was like, oh my god, like.
What? Nobody told me it was the same one. Like, it seemed like they could have mentioned that before we started the. Oh no, it's the Kimberly that you know. Oh, okay, great. There was like, we are a girl Kimberly. I'm like, oh, never met her. That's cool. How does that go?
Subscription.
But that's awesome. But we'll get more into the fun stories here in just in a little bit. It sounds like
Hell yeah.
BIC is they're running through this song. I don't think you can hear the song, but
And I just hear like the conversation, man.
The end of Heartache from Killswitch Engage, who will be in Kansas City at the Midland Theater March 30th. And we got to remember to talk about your upcoming shows when we come back.
oh hell yeah, man! Thank you, sir.
Yeah, we're having such fun. We've kind of gotten off
The beaten path.
We're in the woods. We're hiking.
It's where he was driving when they decided he couldn't have TikTok anymore.
That's how I lost my TikTok.
I'm gonna grab a refreshment, a juice, if I will.
A juice.
I probably should not be smoking when I have a head cold, but it kind of makes me feel better, not gonna lie.
Okay, that song loaded. So okay, we were having technical difficulties there. Nick's scared. I don't know what.
Oh. So was the music like not streaming?
Well, you know, it's the software uses Deezer for our music source, and Nick was trying to load an Anthrax song, and it kept saying we didn't have a premium subscription, which we do. It just loaded. It loaded a Nick pick, so I'm gonna search something else. Give me something else to search to see if.
Well, I tried a few different bands. I don't know. Try anything. Just see if it loaded one of the Nick picks, huh?
Yeah, but the Nick pick was already downloaded through Deezer, so I don't know if it stores those. And we're saying, did
I
you?
wouldn't think so.
Did you pay our bill, bro?
Yeah, it's automatic, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
how ironic would it be if they shut us down during the show?
Right?
Stop.
You motherfuckers.
You motherfuckers!
The
It
landlord.
comes out with the water bill.
God, damn.
Amber comes down the stairs. Nick, there's no water.
Play Down Payment Blues by AC/DC. I don't know if that falls into the hard hour, but it falls into you haven't paid your bills.
Does Deftones count as like the hard hour?
In my opinion, yes.
Yes, definitely. Certain ones, yeah.
What is it with Kansas City and the Deftones, dude?
You don't
You
like
fucking love
Deftones, dude?
Deftones.
No,
Chino's
I love the
badass.
Deftones.
Oh, what?
No, I love the Deftones.
Oh.
I do. No,
Everything pre 2017 is
It
pretty
just
stellar.
yeah.
it just seems this scene. All you guys love the Deftones.
Dude, it was, I mean, I just remember wearing my Jinko jeans and just fucking, yeah. man. Yeah.
Jankos, I remember Jankos.
Jinkos is going
That
to
was
be
back.
sponsoring
That
this
was
show.
back before I had Dickie Doo.
Dude, that's why I'm fat, because in the 90s it didn't matter.
Right. Well,
Nobody could tell. You looked like a walking square with the clothes anyway.
that was
A puffer jacket and Jinko jeans. I could be anorexic. You don't know.
It's true. Is everything was up to the imagination.
I wore
It was a
those.
wilder time.
I wore those before I had Dickie Doo. You know what Dickie Doo disease is, right?
I don't.
That's where your stomach sticks
All
out
right,
more
welcome
than your
back to the
Dickie Doo.
Midwest Connection. We got Kimberly and
Yeah,
Alex in
I'm
the
already
studio.
Yeah, and
Nick is describing to Alex what Dickie Doo is, because Alex
Dickie
is in
Doo.
shape.
Dickie Doo disease. That's where
It's like Dunlop.
Yeah, it's like Dunlop.
Dunlop.
Where your
yeah.
stomach makes your penis.
Yeah,
disappear.
yeah.
It's when your stomach is Dunlopped over your belt.
where your dick, your stomach sticks out more than your dicky do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you want to see your penis, you have to lay down.
yeah.
Oh my god.
And after a while, it starts with no acetol syndrome. You start off with
It's
no
the
acetol.
Hank Hill syndrome.
No acetol syndrome.
God damn it,
You
Bobby.
can't keep your pants up, and
saw
after a while,
propane
it
and propane
metastasizes into dicky do. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
The old man syndrome.
Do you think you're more of a, or would you be more of a, what was his neighbor that wanted his wife? What was his name?
What?
There's Dale. There's Boomhauer.
Boomhauer, goddamn old Boomhauer. Goddamn smoking, goddamn marijuana, goddamn barracuda, come up there and fucking hot rod shit, boy, goddamn smoke.
I think he's like Dale with long hair.
He's like you're like a long haired Dale.
I mean, not that you're a skepticist entirely.
and your
but-
shirt's clean.
I'm the
Yeah.
Indian.
No, Dale's the crazy fucking.
Yeah.
I'm the
He's a
Indian that fathered
skepticist.
his child.
You're the spiritual healer.
Right.
You
That's me.
give migraine sessions.
That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I'm never getting a headache again.
God damn it, Bobby.
God damn it, Bobby. So off camera there, or not off camera, but off the air, we had a little reverse switcho changeo going on, and Alex was interviewing Kimberly, and I enjoyed it. So
I did not mean to do that. That's just me talking.
that's what was happening. I was like, hey, what happens is like some good conversation will be going, and I got to be Mr. Rude Ass. I'm like, hey, save that for the radio, and I feel like a dick. But
So yeah, I guess so. What we were talking about is we did an interview in Maryville College where Kimberly was running the Grapevine, and correct me with the terms here, but we did the Grapevine radio show with you, and you did an interview with us, and we were talking about the significance of that interview and why it seems so bizarre, and that's why I was probably want to bring you in on that. Because it definitely was unorthodox. Would you agree that was pretty bizarre?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, I've been doing band interviews since I was like 16, and when I started doing the Grapevine, I used to have a list of basic questions. But when I was doing a list of questions, it felt too like formula based, like it felt too redundant. So I started doing it just like off the cuff, frankly.
Yeah. One of the things that we brought up was, so we showed up. We're, this band from Kansas City drove a couple hours out, go to do this interview. We never met Kimberly before, and Kimberly now and our bass player are significantly together post this meeting, but which is beautiful in itself. But I thought what was really fascinating was, we drove down there, and we're kind of partiers, and anything we do. I know we had some drinks.
Kinda
a little
Kinda.
bit. We had some drinks on the way down.
They're kinda parties.
Being conservative about it.
She meets us in the parking lot, and we're like, "Can we bring beer? Because we have our 30-pack." And she's like, "No,
Dude, literally.
it's a dry whatever, right? It's a dry campus.
Dry campus, man. No, literally, Kyle texts me as soon as you guys pull up. He's like, "Hey, can we bring some brewskis in?" And, like, I don't want to, like, not be cool, but there's also, like, cameras in the studio, so, like, you can't, like, sneak in, like, a 30-pack, man.
It's true. So I remember we smashed a couple beers, and then we go upstairs, and it's a really beautiful setup, and it felt very official, and we go in there, and she's like, "Hey, you can't say cuss words," and there was a lot of rules, and we did our best. But every time we had a song break, we're like, "Can we run downstairs and slam a beer?" And so all of us, including Kimberly, would start running downstairs, and we just slam a beer in the parking lot as fast as we could, throw the beers in, and bolt back up the stairs. And she goes, "I'm gonna do a 3-song break so we can drink more." I'm like, "Sweet, let's do that." So we did like a extended break just so we could all run upstairs and just down a few or whatever. And I asked her, I was like, "Do your interviews usually go like this?" She goes, "No, this is very bizarre."
You guys were the first band to, like, give me party favors, like, straight up, man.
And probably a ride home.
Oh my god, stop.
I mean, we did give you a ride home.
It's only like a 10-minute walk. Like,
Well,
dude.
I know. I just was like, yeah, you're pretty drunk. I'm just gonna drive you home.
Oh my god.
And I'm pretty sure we were followed by because they kept because we're the only vehicle in the parking lot. We kept
Yeah.
seeing them, and I'm like, dude, they know what we're doing. There's a bunch of people sitting in my truck, just what are they doing, right? It's like we kept running out, we kept going in, running out, and we were throwing them in the back of the bed. I was like, this has to be the most ridiculous. I'm like, we could have just stayed in there and done the interview, but we didn't. We were so dead set on just having fun with the whole thing. I'm like, shit, we're already out here. Let's just make this ridiculous. And it was fun though. I mean, honestly, I had a great time doing it. Aside from trying to get out of Marysville without getting pulled over, but it was fun.
So was this Marysville, Kansas, or Missouri?
It was Maryville, Missouri. Not Mary.
Like
I
an
can't say
hour
Marysville.
and almost 2 hours north of. No, I take that back. Like an hour north of St. Joseph.
Yeah.
What school was it again?
Maryville.
Northwest.
Northwest. Isn't William
Northwest
Jewell up there
Maryville.
too?
Huh?
Isn't William Jewell up there too?
Oh yeah, William Jewell. Yeah, that's up there. Yep,
Oh,
it's right.
yeah.
It's right next to. It's right next to County Road 2A over there.
It's a huge school, bro.
It's actually not even County Road 2A. It's County Road A.
It was once the
'Cause
Stacys
everything's
got
like-
there.
God.
We felt so bad when we left. We're like, man, we just got our DJ super drunk and drove home. She couldn't drive home. I was like, we'll drive you home.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know, me being in college, I have been way more intoxicated than that, with all due respect.
But we were responsible. We got her home. I was like, well, you can pick up your car
God.
tomorrow. We're just gonna drive you home. But no, it was fun.
They left dead air on the station for 12 hours.
She's like, shit, I didn't even turn off the
Didn't
mic.
turn anything off. Just
You got a boyfriend out of the deal.
That's true. You did. Got a real cute
That's
one.
true.
Smart one. God damn.
talented.
We were talking earlier about how Kyle knows how to do everything. He was over here. He was explaining something to me and Amber one day. Something I don't know, like some type of
Quantum physics.
yeah,
or-
something. And me and Amber were like, "How old are you?" And he's like, 22 or whatever he was, you know. And I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? How'd you learn all this shit?" You know. And I guess he spent his life learning all this shit, sitting in his basement and learning all this shit.
You know, Kyle, honestly, I will say this about Kyle. Kyle's a sponge. What Kyle doesn't know, he will know.
Right.
Like, he
right.
wants to know something, he sponges it. Like, he's very good about that. And, you know, Kyle's still being in his 20s. He's got, you know, he's just been such a, for us, being kind of the older, you know, we're in the older sector now. We're closer to our, you know, our 40s and whatever. But, you know,
That hurts.
I mean, when it comes...
No,
Holy
when
fuckers.
you said that, and I was nodding like we were in the same sector. Like, yeah, we're getting close to our older sector. And then he's like, we're getting close to 40s. I'm like, yeah, me too, a decade ago.
Well, I didn't say ancient. I said getting older. Anyways, so...
Wait a minute. How do you say ancient?
Ancient?
How do you say ancient?
Uh,
Say it. Say it the way you would normally say it.
well, I'm a hick. Ancient.
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 It's got a K in it, right?
No.
It's
ancient.
like...
Ancient.
When you live in the States, it's like ain't.
Because
Ancient.
Amber always
Just
teases me-
imagine ain't shit, but take the S out. Ain't shit. Ancient.
I say ancient.
Actually, I would say that's
Anc-
older than fuck, boy.
Ancient.
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 That's not a word.
Oh, shut up.
Ancient.
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 There's no K, dude.
Ancient.
Ancient.
There's no K, okay?
Ancient.
Ancient.
Spell it, Nick. Spell it.
Condensation.
Well, I know there's not a K in it.
Then why are you saying one?
I'm not saying one. Ancient.
Ancient.
It sounds like there's a K or a C.
Well, that's what
somewhere in
Amber always. She teases me all the time.
Ancient.
She loves it when I say it. She'll laugh and tease me and point at me and ridicule me and post shit on Facebook and shit.
Well, we're
Ancient-
all gonna
ancient.
do that.
Yeah,
That's
like-
gonna happen.
Ancient.
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 Right.
Do you have any other
Ancient.
words you say wrong? This could be a new the show.
Oh yeah,
segment.
yeah, no.
Nick's
The-
fucked up
the-
vocabulary.
Nick's-
Oh yeah,
Nick's-
My
Nick's
vocab-
vocabulary.
Dude,
On segment
autocorrect.
4.
Autocorrect shows me just how
Did you
fucked
say
up my
auto crack?
Autocrack. He means autocorrect.
He auto-corrected himself to auto-crack.
It shows me how fucked up I talk all the time, dude.
Dude, yeah.
And yeah. If you listen, I'm quite uneducated.
Yeah, education is
Yeah.
hard.
If we can get 100 likes on this program, we will get Nick hooked on phonics.
Hooked on phonics, done work for
We're
me.
gonna get him. We're gonna get him fixed tomorrow. Tomorrow. How do you say? How do you say creek?
Creek,
How do you say washer?
washer,
There's
Well,
an
hold
R-
on. What do you use in the shower to get real clean?
a rag.
You're not near Hick, dude. You're a Flatlander. I'm sorry. If you, it's wash rag.
It's worse rag.
Wash
Yeah,
rag.
wash rag. Yeah,
Wash
yeah.
rag.
no,
It's
that's-
worse rag.
Yeah,
It's
no,
actually.
And sometimes
No,
you gotta
no,
use it down at the creek.
I'm not hick. I'm just stupid.
Actually, I
What
think
do you-
that's a
what-
southern thing. If you actually use a wash rag to clean yourself in a
In the creek.
showering in any sense, I think that's a southern thing because I don't think people normally use wash rags to. Clean
I use a
themselves.
rock.
That's true.
Yeah. Like
He also showers dry though, so it's rough.
I use sandpaper.
It's all
Yes, yes.
just Pumas give Nick a lava rock in the afternoon. He'll lick himself.
He goes, I
clean.
use vodka. You know.
crazy fucking hairballs though.
He goes, I look at the shower, take some vodka. And
Yeah.
So
Doesn't
that's
everybody
scary.
use vodka?
We are completely off the fucking.
Doesn't
rails.
everybody use vodka and a rock?
Are you guys ever?
Charlie
on
Sheen
the
does.
rails
I think.
yet?
So.
I think we're on the rails. Aren't we on the rails?
I haven't had a rail since for years. I quit.
yeah,
I haven't-
rails,
Ooh.
rails smell good, but we haven't had one here. I can't smell them anywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I can't have a rail.
Let's have a moment of silence for the time we can smell rails. I'd like to solve. Oh, wrong show.
I can name that song in 3 notes.
What is nose candy for 300? So
A good time. No, I'm sorry. Things we don't say on the radio for 400, Nick.
well, you just said it, and I think it was.
Or we
glorious.
might as well say it, huh?
I guess so.
All right, Ken.
Might as
What
well.
is going on in the Facebook chat, man?
What? Aaron Tyler Marmon's in there. What's up, Aaron? Neil's
a while
still in
ago.
there. I can't.
I don't think he's in there anymore.
Are you still in there? Probably because we ignored him. We don't.
ATM, you the man, dude.
So what's the red thing? So there's red and green. There's purple. There's
I think they just
I
separate
don't know why
them
they do
out.
that. Yeah, I think it's just to separate. it
Kimberly,
all
are
out.
you smoking? Because you're green, like the color of marijuana.
Woo, doggy.
I mean, if clove counts.
What?
Clove.
If clove counts.
You're smoking clove?
like a cigarette.
Yeah, like a clove
Clove
cigarette,
cigarettes.
Oh my god.
They still make those?
Oh hell yeah.
Can I tell you a quick
Man.
story?
Sure,
Yes,
will
I
you
got 'em.
please?
I got him off of Kyle, man. Like, straight up.
That's
Fucking
it, Kyle.
Kyle.
We'll talk tomorrow at practice. This
Yeah.
is unforgivable.
He's,
What
he's
yeah.
a bad influence on you.
He
So-
really is on all of us.
So I quit smoking for 10 years. I hadn't had a cigarette, and I'm in a bar one night, and it's my fault. I'm taking blame because I was in a bar and
Right.
I was on the sauce.
And you're a grown man.
I'm a grown man. So,
Yep.
so
You're a
I'm
big boy.
So, yeah, damn right about that. So I'm saying,
butter your biscuit?
now old Jesse was on my mama, and so I took a sling blade. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade, and I hit him. Okay. But no, so I'm sitting there, and I got a good buzz going, and I'm sitting there talking to a friend of mine, and her husband's over across the room, and she's smoking this American Spirit cigarette, and she tells me, "These are amazing. They don't have nicotine."
There's no additives.
And so I'm drunk. I have that cigarette in 10 years. Like,
oh my god.
you know,
Oh,
I'm a
no,
vocalist.
man.
I kind of need to breathe. I have an addictive personality.
Mm-hmm.
And so my
Really?
dumbass
You
goes, I do. I said,
I never noticed that.
And we've drank together.
I never noticed that as we were doing all those bongs.
I was
and-
going to
and
say,
shit, you know?
with the 14
And-
bottles of
yeah.
hot damn over there.
Yeah,
empty.
yeah. I
But
never.
no, so,
when we do 42 shots in a row.
yeah, juice.
Yeah.
But that's just juice. But so I get a
Juice.
cigarette from her, and literally a quarter of the cigarette's gone, and I can barely stand on the bar stool, sit on the bar stool. I'm like
Oh no.
so
man.
dizzy, and I'm like, what the fuck? And her husband Brett comes over, and he's like, we told him what happened. He goes, no, dude, that's a normal cigarette. There's no additives.
It's
Right.
definitely
But
not
when
good.
she said there was no nicotine, I literally thought like a clove cigarette, and I'm like, I'm gonna have one of those.
So a
Oh,
clove
my-
cigarette doesn't have nicotine.
And
I
you've
didn't
been
know that.
No,
smoking.
yeah, there's
You've
no.
been smoking ever since.
I'm up to 3 packs a day.
God damn
I
it.
could not put them
Yeah,
back
you
down.
can't take one hit. You can't take one hit. That's
You're up to 3 packs a day.
But I drive a semi, so a lot of them go out the window. But yeah, 3 packs a day.
God damn.
Trying to be a
Cigarettes are
vocalist.
expensive now too, dude.
Hey, that's all I buy is cigarettes and energy drinks.
God damn, Ernie.
You're just
Ernie,
racing towards an
motherfucker,
early
stop
grave.
doing that.
All right, if we get to another if we just get to 200 likes, we're gonna make him quit down to 1 pack a day. That's the goal.
200 likes and we'll beat the fuck out of Ernie.
You guys can
Until-
watch.
Until
We'll
he...
punch him in the lungs.
My God,
Yeah.
how big of a boy are you?
Woo!
Welcome to the MMA section of the program where I flex up. Fucking, come on, Nick, bring it on, brother. Oh yeah, brother. Wrestling on the radio would be so fucking. We could just make noises with me like.
We could have we could have midgets. We could have midgets.
Alex keeps mistaking Nick's OnlyFans for the wrestling part.
I forget we're in the wrong radio. This is tomorrow's radio program.
That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's tomorrow.
www.lotsofcrack.com for Nick's OnlyFans.
Lots of crack.
Lots of crack.
During the pandemic, so there was this Instagram account where they did no contact wrestling. People would just post videos and like basically shit talk each other. And that's how they would like do wrestling and during the pandemic. It was hilarious.
That's
So
funny.
it wasn't wrestling. It was
Yeah, because
No
the
contact wrestling.
pandemic.
Like I interviewed
no
Yeah,
contact
like-
wrestling.
Like 7 feet away from each
yeah,
other.
that's
Oh,
funny.
my-
no, it was
you.
just like
I will kick
posting
your
videos,
ass.
Like people just posted videos of, like responses to each other. It was like the funniest thing ever.
He's like, I totally won that fight. Totally won that
Totally.
fight.
I totally did.
Who
I
who
even,
agrees
like,
that won
I
that fight? Most
interviewed-
votes wins.
For
had
400
some-
likes, we will recreate.
Damn it! I should have been a wrestler then. I would have been great at it.
Oh,
But
man.
the only time I've been a good wrestler.
I got some.
I am the champion.
I'm like,
my
I'll take the
friend.
800-pound guy. That's fine. Yeah, we can do that. He can't talk. That's great. I'll win. That's great. Let's do it.
I'll take the mute giant for. My luck,
got
I'd like pick
someone-
somebody and he'd be like a fucking linguistic genius.
Yeah.
Body
He's
slam me.
Eminem shows up.
Yeah, he'd be slapping me down with the bitch slap. Oh, gosh.
And it was ridiculous though, cause I even like did a series of interviews about it. So if you go to London Penny, I don't remember what it's called. I have a freaking feature article about their no contact wrestling. Honest to God, man. Like,
This is awesome.
yeah, the pandemic, man. 2020 can never replicate that.
Yeah, kind of. It sucked.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think that the pandemic was, if we can dial this back in a little bit, the way that at least for KC, where we are now, the way it developed, and I think this happened across the nation. For us, there were a ton of bands prior to the pandemic, and then after the pandemic was over, by 2021, there wasn't. It was a lot of the bigger bands that had stuck around. There were some younger bands that stuck around, but what I've noticed since the pandemic was that these the bands that are around now, there's no bad bands. I mean, really, there isn't. Back in the day, it was like you would go to the show and you'd have to hear like, "Fuck, man, that's it's Brad's kids band that just they had to put them on and that
Right.
sucked or whatever happened." That doesn't happen anymore, and that's probably one of the coolest things about this is that there really aren't any bad bands.
Right.
I can't tell you the last time I heard a bad band. It used to be every show, and now it's like not everybody gets an opportunity. The ability to get a show and I think this is across the board to anywhere you're listening. I bet this is the same thing. Where you play, where you go, where you listen, that's how it is. Like the bands that deserve to be played or can be showcased will actually be showcased. And I don't think there are any bands really that exist anymore that get that opportunity. I think it's a lot harder, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, I'm not saying that COVID was a good thing, but I think the development wasn't the worst thing, you know.
Kind of weeded it all out.
It kind of did, and it made going to local shows a lot better. You know?
Right.
So that's a great thing. It's a great thing.
Right. No, I see that. I totally see that.
And now that some venues are coming back, because we did lose.
Yeah,
a lot.
we lost a lot of venues.
A lot of
Yeah.
venues during COVID.
Oh man,
Yeah.
everybody did. The whole world did.
Yeah.
I mean, we lost a lot of everything. So.
Yep. Yeah, that is cool. Some venues are coming back.
Yeah, and some new cool ones. Speaking of stuff, real quick before we play another few songs here, you guys got a show coming up at a not new venue, but a badass one in town, the Voodoo Lounge.
We do.
yeah.
Hey, for anybody here that's in Kansas City that's listening, and if you haven't heard already, or if you haven't, purchased tickets or whatever, we are playing at Voodoo Lounge in Harris Casino for Stratgazer. Stratgazer set up a great show. There's a bunch of great bands, and we're going to be doing a release of this album on that show. So everything that you guys will hear on the album, you guys can find streaming locally, you can find at that show. So this will be probably the most dynamic show we've put on to date, I would say for sure. So I hope you guys make it. If you guys are in the area, please make it out. If you need tickets, hit us up. But definitely, it's gonna be a killer show, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be a killer show.
Killer show.
I got my ticket.
Yeah,
Yep.
I did too.
Yep. I'm ready.
Don't you got something to promote too, Ernie?
No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Well, I mean, no. I don't know like the date or anything.
Oh.
Well, he was up to
Is it
3
like
packs.
the
He's actually up to 2.5
28th or
now,
the
so we can
29th?
announce that.
Yeah, if we're up to 200 likes, I gotta quit smoking. No, we gotta show it. We're at the mini bar. 20,
I got the date. I got the date for you on that. It's the 29th, I think.
But yeah, the 29th.
Where?
The mini bar with Primer and
Oh my God, you guys in Primer would be
Right?
insane. Can we get Primer in here?
Yeah, they said they're gonna come.
Oh my God,
yeah, it's gonna be. We
Look.
played with Primer at my birthday show at Outlaw, and them guys, yes, it's
Yeah.
it's
good
yeah.
fucking time.
I will say this: I love your band. Honestly, Stony, it's just it's a fantastic band.
Appreciate it, brother.
Because I watched you guys at the Bowery and the sound. I mean, just
Stone
your
Eagles
vocal,
fucking they're bad.
your vocal dynamics are insane. Your band is powerful. It's a fantastic band.
Yep.
Matched with
Primer.
Primer,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Like those are my boys too, man. Like
Well, I've been trying.
I love those guys.
Yeah,
me too.
I'm kind of envious of that power that they can create.
Right.
These are
The
can I-
energy
can I
from
give
those cats.
Can I
yeah.
describe Primer?
Yeah, please do.
Because I think it's fascinating to to kind of to say this.
That's
So these
Prymer. You can find them everywhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
find
yeah.
them everywhere. So these are 3 guys that live together, right?
Yes,
They live
yes.
together. They travel together. They tour together. It's and they're kind of like this thruple cute little thing. I love it.
He said trouble.
Kind of. I mean, not really, but they are just so just like me, Chris.
Yeah.
And Neil. That's what they remind me of.
Yeah.
Like, they're so close knit. But they live and breathe music. They
Yes.
practice every day in their house, and they just travel around and they work out together. They have the same mentality. It's just, it's kind of insane.
Yeah.
They got like an old school bus that they tour
Yeah,
in.
man.
They live in the same flat, so they can jam
And-
together all the time.
No.
Like they're
Yes.
living music.
They are
They're
living.
not playing music. They are living.
They are
music.
living
And
music.
their show is so high energy.
It's
So- yeah.
actually, honestly,
they
dude, if you didn't like their
'cause-
music, you'd love their show.
Yeah.
They are a fantastic performance. You guys are a fantastic performance. I
Yep.
was so astounded by watching your
Right.
band.
Right.
So astounded by watching your band, watching that whole show, watching you guys. The entire performance of that venue that night was just astronomical, and it was it was great watching John Ellis's band, just like you know what I mean, like Copper Still.
Rage Was My Rival was there.
Rage Was My Revival.
Unwritten Rules was there.
Rage Revival is an oldie but a goodie, and it was such a great lineup, and it was so refreshing to see. And that was actually on my birthday.
Yeah,
and so I came out and watched, and I was like, it was unbelievably awesome. Every single set, you guys were just.
That was our 4th show.
But you guys were amazing.
That was our 4th show.
Absolutely blown away. And if you guys haven't had a chance to see Stone Eagle, please go out and see Stone Eagle. It is, I can't even express how much I appreciate how great you guys are and the music that you guys write.
If you guys could see me, my face is so red.
No, man, I actually mean that. I really do mean that. I was blown away.
Appreciate it.
And thanks to Nick for actually putting some sound in that venue that could make that happen, because that's how we get to hear. And here's the thing: when you go to a show, you practice all your music. You can make it sound as great as you want. You get to a venue and the sound guy doesn't make it sound the same.
Right.
You're screwed.
Right.
But you did a great job of making that happen.
Awesome.
You did a great, so we could actually get to hear the bands the way we wanted to hear them. It was actually.
Well, speaking of making
awesome.
it happen, I've been trying to get Primer to come in here and do a Fatally Live for a year now.
Oh.
And they wouldn't do it because of the electric drum kit.
Well,
and
we talked about that one time.
Yeah, well, they when they heard that I have an acoustic drum set, they said they'd come do it. They were all over it, so they're gonna come do it.
Pretty sweet acoustic drum set.
Can we say something about Primer's drums?
Well, hold on. Alex gave me the drum set.
Yes.
So that's yes. So,
but have you seen Primer's drum set live?
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
all
crazy.
Bass drums.
Yeah.
His 4 toms are bass drums.
Yeah.
Everything is a bass drum.
Yeah, he only plays bass drums.
Dylan is.
Does he even? He has a snare though, right?
And his kick drum
he
is
has
like
he has a I think a 14 or 15-inch snare, but and then he has the wraparound cymbals. But yeah, it's all floor toms. I think all the way around. It's fun. It's actually just it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah, just it's another little added element to him. It was an amazing.
Yeah. Well,
amazing.
plus they run around. They put each other on their shoulders and run around and jam. They climb on top of the speaker cabinets and all kinds of shit.
And not only that, but it goes back to what we said with them living the music. Like you can feel them having fun. It's not like they're putting on a show. They're just.
I saw a show where Dylan, the bass player, because it's Josiah and Dylan.
Yeah, that's the confusing thing. There are 2 Dylans in that band. So
Dylan, the bass player, I saw pictures one time where they were playing in a parking lot of a bar. And he went and climbed up on top of the bar.
Dude, they are just animals, dude.
Yeah, they're animals.
They are fantastic. What I think is great about their band, not only their music, but their showmanship. They know how to bring a crowd.
Yep.
And I love it. You know, I can't say enough about that.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I love
We're
those
in
guys.
a great era where we get to actually experience. I'm telling you guys, when I was in the early 2000s to the 2010s, whatever, dude, it was like 1 in 5 bands were something to look at. Yeah. And now we have Copper Still, we have Stone Eagle, we have all these bands.
The Stacys.
Sure, yeah, the Stacys, right? We have Primer, we have, and I wish it was unwritten rule, I think, but, whatever. And we have, Full Stack Fury, we have all these bands, every band is really bringing it.
Yeah,
it really is, man. It's a different era.
No, it is a different era.
It feels weird.
It does.
Because every band's just actually bringing rock and roll. It's like every show you watch actually is pretty fucking cool.
Yep, everybody's bringing.
So it doesn't even feel weird to be like, well, I gotta wait through a couple bands so I can.
Oh,
see
I know.
You don't even have to do that anymore. It's actually every band is bringing it. And it's just
you get opportunities right now where you have 4 headliners on one show.
It feels like
that's what it seems like.
How do you decide who goes where? And I know
exactly
Corey from Stratgazer feels that way. I can't even imagine the struggle of. I know that processing a show and figuring out where placement is and whatever, because every band really could be a headliner.
Yeah.
I mean that's how it is, and it really does feel like
it
that.
Is, and honestly, it's a great time to be a musician in Kansas City. I
really
appreciate
is.
I appreciate it. Like I appreciate the way things are.
Yep.
COVID has made the cream rise, is what Alex is
Yeah.
saying.
Yes, I man, what a great way to put that. That's
Yeah,
exactly what
exactly
happened.
what happened,
It
yeah.
really did make the cream rise, and those that didn't make the cream, it just
Right.
they disappeared.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's not enough space for bands that don't have that capability, so they're not getting booked. And not that I don't want bands to encourage themselves to get there, but I appreciate that shows are climactic. Right? They're very built, and I encourage bands, you guys out there that really want to do this and want to be in a band and want to and prove yourselves and get out here and make some fans and make a difference, to actually get out here and do this. And there's avenues we can provide that, right, as a group, and that's awesome. And like this, it's a good community. It's not like we're a niche, we close ourselves in. Like it's an open community.
Yeah.
But let's
And the
do
amount
it.
of love and support in the scene right now, like, I mean,
It's awesome.
Everybody's real
Yeah.
cool. Everybody's
Yeah.
real cool.
Dude,
There's a few dicks, but they end up getting weeded
yeah,
out.
They get
Yeah.
weeded out.
They
They
do.
get weeded out.
They
it
do.
used to be like that. It was before COVID. It was every band kind of stood around away from each other, right?
Right.
And after COVID, everybody just started hugging each other.
That's
And
funny.
everybody was like, it just became camaraderie.
Right.
I swear that's how it was.
Right.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like, it was no longer a competition. It was like, thank God we're still here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And it's like everybody wants to build everybody up. And I've always felt that way. And I'm grateful that we're in an era that we can do that.
Yes, because I think
So
that's
let's do it.
that's what's going to bring success to the whole area and get everybody more opportunities is working together. Like winners collaborate and fucking other people compete. Not,
Yep.
Can't build a local scene without a community.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I love it,
Exactly.
bro.
And
Thank
speaking
you,
of that,
guys.
real quick, Kimberly, you released the write up you did on our EP, and
Yeah.
that was fucking amazing. Thank you. Like we've never sounded so
man.
cool the way you broke shit. Like, thank you for what you do. Like we really appreciate it. Like I just want to make sure I said that before the end. We only got 8 minutes here left, so I just want to make sure I made that clear. That
I'm not gonna lie, you guys are like a pure powerhouse, like straight up, man. Can I cut in for a second? I'm gonna try to keep this brief. But what I love about like the KC music scene, man, everybody's like so supportive. Like, so I come from the background as being like a music journalist, and like you get like genuine support though. Like it's not just bands like kissing your ass for a good review. Like it's actual like genuine support, which is awesome.
It
Right.
is.
Right.
Yeah,
They
it
love you
is.
back.
Yep. And
Yep.
if I didn't say your band initially, I apologize. I'm a bit of a brain dead.
yeah, they're
so.
popping into my head now, but it's like
Yeah,
the
it's
moment has passed, but
Oh
now
my
I'm
God,
like injured.
I've thought of
down
like
the
12
grave.
bands I wish I
Yeah.
would have said.
Well, I know.
Atypical.
Well,
Like it's just
well, I kept trying to think of Kevin Ingram's band. I can't think of their name now.
Oh yeah, dude, fucking Space Jockey.
Yeah,
bro.
Space Jockey.
Yeah.
See,
I love.
I was
oh
trying-
my God,
Yeah.
Space Jockey, and we go back and forth. Me and Kevin. And they're more of a. I feel like they're more like us than a lot of other bands.
Oh, yeah, they're a
kind
lot
of in
more,
that
yeah,
dynamic
yep,
and
yep,
built, and
yep.
like the way we write together, or the way we write.
Yep.
And they give me such a Deftones feel, but they give such a
Yeah.
dynamic powerhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I love Space Jockey.
They're badasses.
They
Yeah.
really are, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to you
Space-
guys too, man. And-
Space Jockey, everybody.
yeah,
so-
Space
Space
Jockey,
Jockey?
for sure.
I gotta give them a shout out too, because I've written some features about them just because I love their music.
It's fantastic. It's addictive.
They're
it's
badass.
They're earworm music, dude. Every song is like an earworm, bro. It's awesome.
Dude, they straight up, they sent me a CD for free just
Oh, nice.
because I wrote about their music, like straight up, man.
Yeah, good dudes. Fantastic.
They're
dudes.
awesome dudes, man. They're so awesome.
There's so many, and man, we could go all day. 11 after and
Oh yeah, 11 After. Oh my God, they're
yeah,
so
what a-
good.
what
Yeah, man.
dude. I'm telling
Dude
you.
can sing in 11 After. Holy shit, he can
Brandon,
sing.
yeah,
man.
he's a dude.
Yeah.
Wow. We played together in Oklahoma for the first time, and
Mm-hmm.
came back here and played here too. Actually, the first time I saw him was before Oklahoma, and I was blown away. I really was. I was
Yeah,
blown
no,
away.
he's an amazing vocalist.
Yeah.
He's a great guitarist too.
He is. The whole band,
Yeah.
Jacob drummer,
Yep, yep.
the whole group is just awesome,
Yep.
man. Just awesome. We got Scarlet View that's been doing so many great things, working so hard and like making waves that
Yep.
I'm super proud of what they're doing.
No
it's
shit.
just, I mean, everybody's just pushing, man.
Yeah, it's a scene here.
Everyone is like pushing more than I've ever seen in my entire life, and I'm super proud. We got Atypical, we got all these great bands, man. Like just great bands, and it just, you guys building this platform is really what it's about. It's you guys giving us a voice. I think that's awesome. And thank you for allowing me to even be here. This is awesome.
Yeah, we love having you here, Alex.
We'll give you a voice, and Nick will give you a reach around.
Oh,
And I'm not even wearing underwear, so I'll make it really easy.
Dude, that's
for you.
easy access.
You're welcome.
I had to break the moment. Sorry, guys. Dude, we have talked. We have 4 minutes left in the program.
we have talked a lot tonight.
Yes, we have. But it's good. It was a good show, I think. I hope everybody out there liked it. We're not done yet, but I want to go ahead and pre-thank Alex for showing up.
Alex, you're
Thank
the
you,
man.
guys.
We love
Be
you,
sure
man.
to
Love you,
find
brother.
the Stacys new video.
I wish.
Here's how I'm going to put it. It's not local music. They're local, but it's not local music. It's good shit.
Yeah,
The
it's
video's amazing.
top
The
tier.
music's
is what you're trying
amazing.
to say, yep.
Yeah, just go find it. Just
Yep.
go find it.
Thank you, guys. That's I appreciate that.
Just because we're working class doesn't mean we don't kick ass.
Wow.
Dude,
Signature note right
that
there,
should be
man.
a fucking
Yeah,
t-shirt.
yeah, we're-
Like,
Why is that
Yeah,
not a
man.
t-shirt?
just
Or
because
just
we're working class don't mean. How was it again?
Don't mean we don't kick ass.
Don't mean we don't kick
Yeah.
ass.
All right, well, you should sign off with that. That's a great sign off right there. I love it.
Kansas City's working class, kick ass working class.
Is that like
bands from
another
Kansas
show?
City.
No.
Well, that's Fatally Live. Fatally Live live streams kick ass working class bands from Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
And
now it's not a crappy electric
And
kit.
just because we're working class doesn't mean we don't kick ass.
All right, everybody. I think that's going to be the show for tonight. Thank you, Kimberly, as always, for being here.
Love
Of
you,
course.
Kimberly.
Thanks for having me on.
Love you,
man.
Kim.
Oh yeah,
Thanks
you
so
do.
much.
You listen. We didn't know you went to a dry college, but we'll break through that.
We'll fix you. You're going to be better tomorrow. I
Yeah,
swear.
we'll fix you.
Alex Roach, you have been
Oh my
great on the fucking
God.
show tonight.
Thank you, guys.
Yes,
Thank
this has
you.
been fun. Been a good show. Nick,
Ernie, I love you. Kimberly, I love you. Alex, I love you. You
Love
guys
you
are
guys.
all
Love
awesome.
you guys.
I fucking love everybody.
Me too.
Now,
That's why we're musicians, because we're mushy. We love everybody, people.
yeah. So we're gonna end off the hard hour with one more down song, and we will see you guys next week. This has been the Midwest Connection.
Later,
With Nick
dude.
and Ernie.
Later, dudes. That was awesome.
Cool. We're done.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Hell
was a
yeah,
great show.
dude.
We didn't play near enough of your music because we kept talking, but and hey, if you got time, if you have something Bluetooth, I could play my new song for.
Oh, sure.
I'm trying to get a. We have a new song coming up.
Please show me your music.
We have a. Oh, Kimberly,
While you're still set up.
I need my phone. I'm sorry.
Love you, Kim.
Yep. We'll talk to you next time. Great.